We're not full in yet, Casey's. But let me do the game capture for you. We're kind of just barely getting the game started here. First time playing the game for me. But let me set up the screen cap for you. Thank you, by the way.
It's only the second time we've played, so you're not that far behind us. Kill 'em all. Thank you, RP. Yeah, this is a brand new game that we are experimenting with. You could have up to 20 players against the computer in 4 different subs. So there's 5 positions in 4 subs, make 20 players. So it's pretty cool. It's $35 on Steam right now, and we'd love to have more sailors join us. Eventually, we're going to need to have more captains, and I think it would be cool to have 4 submarines going after a convoy in a Wolfpack. I mean, that would just be awesome. I've watched it.
Oh yeah.
There's videos on it with guys that have done it already, but they didn't have a full 5-man crew in each sub. They had like 3 in each sub, you know, which works. But all right, we're waiting on Bob. So give us just a sec here, guys, on stream. I know it's not too exciting right now, but we're just waiting on him to get in. He dropped out a voice too, so I'm not quite sure, because he was using that on his phone.
Yeah, let me try to Google Discord server, see what's going on.
I think Zan was looking at it, saying that they were having issues, and they did this once before, a couple months back. Because we use Discord for our World of Warcraft play, and people were having problems getting on. So, but this is a game. This is also a game of patience. So, guys, if you haven't noticed already, we have GPT Titan in the house. He is an awesome streamer. If you guys haven't seen his streams, you need to go check him out. I'm going to do a shout out for him right now, and then I'll do a shout out for RP Govin. There he is. GTP Titan. So, it says they were last playing Wolfpack.
Darn tootin'.
Now, did we meet through, I think I asked you this before, Titan. Did we meet through Doc Friendship and Critical Hits Live? Or was
I believe we met on our own, and then you encountered them after. Okay. We ended up in the same group regardless.
Yeah. Okay.
But I know I found you on my own. I just don't remember with what game.
Stranded Alien Dawn, I think, was the first one, because you were watching me. And you were like, what is this game? And I just started talking to you about it, and you ended up buying it and started streaming it.
Yeah, Stranded Alien Dawn. Fantastic. I need to jump in back into it again. Now I'm going to continue the Adonis challenge when the next time I pop back in.
Did you finally watch the update video that they're?
I refuse.
It doesn't come out till the 25th, but it looks really
I still
cool.
refuse.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm the same way, man. I am the same way. There are certain things I just don't want to see until it happens, you know. But I just happened to watch it because I thought it was already out. You know, so I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll go look at it. And then I was like, oh, this looks cool. So I don't know what's happening with Bob, guys. He hasn't been back in. He got out of game. I'm hoping he's just shutting down and restarting.
He probably restarted the computer.
Yeah. But we'll give him a few more before we just start. Oh, crap. Did I turn the bots on? Cheat. Okay, we're going to back out because I don't remember. I did. Okay, I did enable bots. All right, so I'm going to start it back up again. You guys will have to join again.
Okay.
Oh, no, there you are. Okay, I left and came back in, and you're all still there.
We're still here.
Yeah, so...
You left the boat, Captain.
I did. So Crunch, what I learned also was we only have like 4 steam-driven torpedoes, and those are our long-range torpedoes. They have a 7,000 to 14,000 meter range, and the electrics only have a 5,000 meter range. So they got to be in close.
Okay.
And the first 4 torpedoes that are in our tubes are steam.
So we probably maybe want to change some of them out.
Yeah, and I don't think you can do it in this screen. I've been trying to move them, but I can't move them around. Oh wait, no, there it went. That's electric. That's steam. Okay. That's steam. Which one is this? That's steam. So those 2 are steam. That's electric. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, we have 5 steam-driven. Well, 6 if you include the aft torpedo.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 6 steam-driven. I just replaced 2 of them. I replaced tube 3 and 4. I think that's 3 and 4 with the Type 2. We'll assume that it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 3 and 4 will be electric, so those will be close range.
Okay, 3 and 4 close.
Yep. Oh, there we go. There's a zombie hunter. Oh, but we lost Crunch.
Yeah, my game crashed, but I'm loading in again.
We just get Bob in, and then Crunch leaves.
Just love it.
One of those days.
Oh.
So it's going to be the 4 of us today?
Yes. Zan is, I think he's still kind of deciding whether he really likes the game. When we first played, there was so much going on, I just couldn't get to everybody and explain stations. And plus, some of the stations I didn't know, like the dive officer. And so he jumped on the dive officer. Was that a Bob?
That was a Bob.
That was a Bob.
Oh, yeah, Bob.
All right. Yes, awesome. So we're waiting for Crunch to reload his game, and then we'll start.
It says waiting for host response.
Oh, there you are. Okay, yep. I gotta click into it. There we go. There's Crunch.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, so this is the tutorial, guys. So it's really straightforward. Just want you to we'll spend some time here just getting used to the controls. We do have bots. So when you go to your station, the bot should move out of the way. And then when you mouse over somebody, you should see who they are. So, where's Titan? Right there. Okay. So let me give you a quick rundown of the stations. Did you play it at all?
No, I did not. I watched the video, and then I had to go to bed.
Okay. All right.
We need permissions first.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's right. All right. So I'm going to give you all sailor permissions, which is pretty much you can go to any station. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Sailor. Oh, Bill Beto's already saying Bob's going to cause trouble.
Bill,
Let the chaos
Bill
begin.
Beto. All right, so this is the navigator station right here, Titan, with the map. Okay. And the one right here where I guess Bob's not there yet. This is the helm. So this is speed and all that. Next to him is the dive officer. All right, this is, like I said, this is the most critical station of the whole boat. He's like the chief engineer of the entire boat.
Yeah, it was just like
Yeah.
brain exploding when I was watching
Right.
that video.
So you go through here, and this is going forward. This is the radio room.
How the heck do I?
Just push through the door. Just push through the door. There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
Yep.
Ooh.
He crawls through. And this is the hydrophone. Now, the hydrophone only works when we're underwater.
Does this Morse code
Oh, yes.
actually
The
work?
Yes.
yes.
Oh my god, it works.
Yeah, the Morse code is an actual thing, and I
Yep.
was just like, "Oh God!"
How do you... Oh, I can flip pages.
Yes.
What?
And that's the Enigma machine, too, in there.
Yeah, I from the video that I saw, it said the Enigma machine wasn't running yet.
Yes, it is. It
Oh,
is
so
working.
I saw an old video
Yeah,
then.
yeah. You got to really watch the dates on the videos, especially
I
on
can
YouTube.
change the Enigma.
Yes, you can.
What? This is crazy.
All right, then you go forward here, and this is just berthing. And it's got, just cool stuff like this is the door. Oh, no, we're going aft.
Oh,
So this
yeah,
is the
this
aft
is-
torpedo room. The important thing... Oh, no, this is forward. This is the forward torpedo room. So here's the forward torpedoes. There's absolutely nothing up here you can do
Yes,
right
they
now.
are planning
Yes,
it.
they are
Yeah.
planning it.
Right.
Uh-oh, alarm!
Alarm! Alarm! Okay,
Dive! Dive! Dive!
let's go back to control room, and we'll go aft. And I'm going to show you a couple unique features. Up here is the conning tower. This switch right here is our dive alarm, and then this switch here is our lights to go to red.
Okay.
Okay. If you didn't know, this panel right here, these white panel with the series of dots on it, those are
Yeah.
open hatch warning lights. So when the hatches are closed, supposedly they turn white. I don't think it's working because that hatch is closed and I got no dots there. All right,
Oh,
come back
okay.
here, and this is the bilge pump right here. That pumps out the bilge.
Now we only want to touch this when
Okay.
we're above.
It makes a
right?
lot of noise, yes. But there are two gauges here, okay? There's the bilge level on the left. So as we start taking damage or we leave a hatch open, like Bill Beto says, don't dive when the hatch is open, the bilge will fill up. And eventually this will kill us if we'll drown, okay?
Gotcha.
The gauge
So leave
on
the
the-
hatch open when
Yep.
we dive. Got
Yep.
it.
The gauge on the right is our compressed air reserve. Now that's all. There's gauges like with this compressed air all over the place.
Okay.
That's the max amount of air we have right now is 210 pounds, and we need air in order to inflate our tanks to get the sub to rise to the surface. So we got to be really limited on that. But then we're going to go back here. This is just more berthing. Back here, here's where everybody cooks. There's a toilet here, and I think that's storage. Yep. And then this is the engine room. So when we have when the engines are running, Bob, are you online? Can you give us diesel engine like slow ahead?
All right, Captain.
Dead slow ahead on diesels, because it's really cool because all these valves start moving and stuff.
The first diesel engine.
There's the thing for diesels. So eventually this will be another position, and there'll be an engineer back here, and he'll actually react to the alarm. So there we go.
Right.
Diesels are started up, and you can see the valves going.
Ah, nice. Heck yeah.
That
there's
looks
gonna-
awesome.
There's going to be stuff like if you don't secure the diesels fast enough when you submerge, it'll flood the diesel engines out. And then you have to.
I did see that
Yeah.
about the make sure you.
But it's not in play right now. I think they have it ready. They just, to simplify life, they didn't do it. And then back here is the
What's
electrics.
so fun about a simple life? Come on
Right.
now.
Yeah.
Well, this game's got enough to it already. Right here
Oh, I
is
know.
all the power banks and the electric motors. So when we secure diesels and go to electric, that's where this goes. The important one back here is this machine right here. This is the air compressor, and you can see the gauges there. You see again the one on all the way on the right. Hey!
Yep, the max 200.
Zanfin, subscribe to me. Thank you very much, Zan. Love you, buddy. The 200 pounds is max. There's also a switch on the top. This starts the compressor, and you can hear it running now. Okay, so when we surface again and we're on diesels and we don't need to worry about making a bunch of noise, we can come back here and start the compressor and charge it back up again.
Oh, okay.
Right,
oh,
Zan?
God. My brain.
Yeah.
My brain.
So, and then...
It's exploding.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Now, that's the basics. The basics, okay? We have bots. Oh, I forgot about this one. So this machine right here that says Atlas something, this is our depth sounder. So it'll tell us how far down we are. So when you go into it, there is a switch that switches between the outer ring and the inner ring. And if you hit the top button, okay, well, I got to switch it. It says there,
Yeah, I see it moving.
yeah, see the needle move to 150?
Yeah.
That means the bottom of the ocean is at 150 meters. So we can't dive to 180 meters because we'd just run right into the floor.
Oh, we're gonna hit.
But you have to
bottom.
switch the bottom switch to switch from the inner ring to the outer ring because the inner ring only goes to 100. So that's why when I did it the first time, it just spun around in a circle and didn't do anything. So if I ask for a depth sounding, typically the navigator, the map guy, comes back and gets that sounding and then would tell me what it is. He also is in charge of the lights. The dive officer is in charge of the dive alarm. Even though there's a dive alarm at the helm station here. So the helm station is course, speed, and he's got a battery gauge over here to tell us how much battery life he has. So on the on these controls, and I'm going to go ahead and put us at a stop, Bob.
Okay.
There is one for charging the engine. Yeah, charge batteries. So did you notice that, Bob, that it said charge batteries?
I did not notice that.
Yeah. So when we come up to the surface, when the diesels are running, you can charge the batteries up, and you have a battery gauge all the way on the right. Right now it's showing 9 kiloamp hours. And that's the max we have. So as we're submerged, that will start to come down. Oh, we're turning too.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know why we're turning. Oh, that was me.
Yep.
Yeah. I was using my
zero.
I was using my key to zero us out.
It's wild. That's how you steer. God damn,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah, it's pretty realistic.
And then
Yeah,
of course,
it's-
then the lower left-hand gauge is how fast we're going. Now the other two things.
Anyone here seen Periscope Down?
Yes,
Oh God, this gives me such heavy feels. It's one of my favorite movies.
Casey, thank you very much for the follow. I think you just put me over my my follow goal. Let's take a look. Nope, I'm not there yet. Got a couple more to go. So I appreciate it though. Yep, one left. Got one more follower to goal to hit, or one more follower to hit my goal. So we're gonna turn it. So yeah, so these ballast tanks, what happens is when I call for a dive, the dive officer will tell you to open these. There is a gauge right in the center. Right now they say closed. You see it says closed. If you were to open these, oh look at that, Henry! Woohoo! Henrik ING just followed me, and we are now at our follower goal. Awesome! Thank you very much,
Nice,
guys.
congrats.
Thank you. Oh, nice, Casey enlisted someone to follow me. I appreciate that, buddy. I really do. That's awesome. We love it. We love it.
Go Casey.
Yep. All right, so there's 2 here, and then if you come back behind here, there is 2 here. So these are the aft ballast.
Yep.
Oh, gotcha.
I was like, oh god.
Nice. Thank
Yeah,
you,
more
Henry. Thank you,
buttons.
Casey.
many
So what
buttons.
happens is those will open and it'll flood the ballast tanks. There's a forward and aft ballast tank, and that'll flood us, and that'll cause more weight in the ship and causes us to drop and go down. So, but that's why the dive officer is such an important role, and he's got all these valves over here to play with and all these gauges to look at.
You say play, I hear torture.
Right?
I think you're mixing up your words there, senor.
I could be, yeah. So there's also 2 trim tanks. There's a forward and aft trim tank. The trim tank is like, yes, yes, Bill Beto, the dive officer can kill everybody. The trim tanks are to balance the ship out. So if we're kind of slightly going down, he can put more weight in the back, or use air and pump out the one in the front, however he wants to do it. His job is to really watch the air when we're submerged, is really watch how much air we're using. Because if we do use too much air, we will never get back to the surface. We will be too heavy.
yeah.
Right, you got to be able to
Yes.
push out the water from the tanks.
All right, so let's everybody go up the ladder here. And this is the conning tower. Yes. Yeah, Zan got on the dive and he was like pushing stuff, turning valves. All of a sudden we're flooding and we're sideways.
Yay! Sideways.
More buttons.
All right, who went upstairs?
This one's
Okay,
really.
so we got
really
Titan
fun.
and Crunch. Okay, so this is the TDC. This is the torpedo computer. I will give you, if you click into it, I've just clicked into it, but if you click into it, you can actually change the dials. And I will give you the settings for this. Now, this is what Crunch has been doing. But I think each one of us should eventually learn all of these stations so we can swap around and do different stuff at different times.
I
Okay,
think that's
So,
it.
that sounds good.
Yep. So for right now, this is his station. He's got torpedo status. That is also where you can reload the torpedoes. But basically, I'll call out the range to the ship. He'll set the range. Once we figure out what kind of ship it is, we can set the length of the ship and how deep we want the torpedo to hit on the ship. You know, because if it hits high, like if it's at 1 meter and hits high, it does damage, but it won't cause flooding. So
yeah, you want to hit the hull low,
You want to hit it low.
like the Titanic.
Yes. So there is basically 3 settings I have to give him. I have to give him the range, the angle on bow, which is the most difficult thing to judge because it's basically a guesstimate. Okay. So, and what angle of bow means is the target ship. So if the target ship is traveling at 0 degrees and we are at 90 degrees to its left, you would set the angle of bow. Let me just do it here real quick. You'd set the angle of bow to right there, 90 degrees left. That means we are perpendicular to the target. So that has a lot to do with how the torpedo impacts. Because this computer, we can be going parallel to the ship and it be slightly ahead of us, and we can shoot the torpedo, and the torpedo will turn and hit the ship that's paralleling us.
Oh, okay.
I
So
see.
that's
So you can
why
both be moving in the same direction, but
Yes.
still hit the ship.
exactly.
Oh,
You don't have to be. The perfect shot is in a T, a perpendicular shot. That's the
Right.
perfect shot. But if they're traveling at an angle, you can get your torpedo come up and curve and then hit the ship. But you have to set the angle on bow.
So let's say like the enemy ship is
oh,
in front of
that's
us.
good. I
and
didn't
it's
know that
not
was
moving.
possible.
Yeah. What's that, Crunch?
And so if we're saying, like, for example, like we have like an enemy ship in front of us, it's not moving, it's stopped.
Yep.
That will be angle of bow 0.
If it's looking right at us, yes.
Perfect.
If it was looking right at us and we were looking right at it, then
zero.
the angle on bow would be 0.
And if it would be.
And if it's behind us, it
parallel-
would be 180.
And parallel to us on the left, that would be bow right, 90 degrees.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, I think I'm getting it.
What would so the angle of bow, even if it was in front of us, in a T, it would still be 0.
No. If it's T, it would be 90. So
If it's T, it would be 90.
yes, if you're
Oh, okay.
perpendicular, the angle is 90 degrees. But if you're parallel to it, okay,
Mhm.
if you're parallel to it, it would be, well, it would still be 90.
Yeah, 90.
Yeah,
If was
it would
parallel
still
to
be
us on
90,
the
even
left.
if it's parallel. But it's when the ship turns, like in my hand here is the ship. Now I'm not at 90, and this is my sub. I'm at like, 120 or 100, somewhere in there, 110. And that's the part that's guessing. Because if we were behind the ship, we'd be at 180. So you have to think about it from the ship, from the target's point of view. And this is, like I said, this is the most
That's
difficult
really
part,
cool.
is the angle of bow. You have to think about, when you're looking at the ship, first of all, you got to guess what direction it's going, whether it's going, so you can choose left or right. And then you have to guess the angle by the way the ship looks in the scope. So, and that's I mean, it's really difficult to judge unless you're straight on like a 90-degree angle, how much angle that's going to be. I mean, it's a guesswork. It's captain's discretion guesswork, but it is what it is.
But you can look here. So why it's like so difficult? Because they move, they're not still, and then to the right it says time to impact. That's
Yes.
this little middle box, and when all the dials are locked in, it will actually tell you like it will take like 2 minutes or 3
Yep.
minutes.
Yep.
And by 3 minutes, that ship is not the same spot. So
And the other important control is your fire control. So there, on the very top, on the right hand side, there's 3 dials. On the very top is AP, that's attack periscope. Then there is the Uzo, which is the binoculars up on the bridge, up top side. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not Uzo. This is the bottom one's Uzo. Okay, and there's OP, which is the observation periscope, which is the one down below on the main deck next to the helm and navigation and dive officer. Okay, so this switch sets which periscope is actually being used to fire the torpedo. So the attack periscope is right behind us. It is this one here, and you just click in it, and then you can raise it and see the ships. I'll get out of it, and you guys can look. So just click periscope.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like it.
Yep.
It's so cool.
And
It's got,
there's
you can zoom.
yes,
Okay.
there's one zoom, so it goes from 1.5 to 6 power zoom, and this is the way you do the ship recognition. That's why there's 2 periscopes. So one person, usually the captain's on the attack periscope, and the navigator is on the observation periscope, backing up what the captain says. So between the 2 of them, they try to figure out what kind of ship it is. So when you're looking at the ship, if you watch the ship recognition video, I highly recommend it. It tells you how to figure the ship out. There's like, where's the funnel, the stack, where the smoke's coming out? Is it midships or is it aft? Well, here, let me just bring it up. Ship recognition manual. So first of all, you pick which it is, warship or merchant. We're going to go merchant. And up here it has engine placement. So most ships are aft. So these are like filters. So it'll filter out all the aft. So that's all you have. And then the superstructure is the ship's tower, and it's whether it's split, composite, or passenger liner. So if I click on passenger liner, you'll see there's only like one ship. It's the passenger liner that has the
triple
engine
smokestack
in the back. Yeah, where there's only one passenger liner where the smoke's in the back. But if you put it amidships, there's like 4 different ones because it's got multiple stacks. Okay. The next thing is, I'm going to change this back because we don't want. We're going to go aft, and we're going to go we'll just go split. And then the next one is the islands. Now this is the most difficult to understand. If you're looking at my screen, this heavy freighter right here, type 20, whatever that is, 5, has, if you look at a ship that's got a flat deck, okay, none of these have flat decks. But if you do, the islands are these raised parts above the flat deck of the ship. So you set whether it has, if there's no mid, it'll get rid of all of them. And now I only have islands that are up front and in back. So looking at this heavy tanker right here, you can definitely see there's a raised platform above the main part of the ship, and there's a raised platform in the back. That's why it's got forward and aft. And then the masts. The masts are the most difficult. So when you're looking at the mast, there's a difference between a mast, a king post, and a funnel. Funnel is the smokestack. Okay, this has got one smokestack, so that's easy to do. But you can set the mast by saying, okay, this particular ship we're looking at has a mast, a mast, a kingpin, and a funnel. So that would be the type of ship that we're identifying with right there.
Okay.
So ship recognition is really different, and the difference is learning the difference between a mast and a king post. And I like to call the king post a crane, so you can look at some of the ships and see, oh yeah, it looks like that's a crane. There's like two things going off, you know.
Right, as opposed to the one over here, it's two masts.
Yeah. Or it could be like mast, funnel, and there's no kingpins. And that would be an entirely different kind of ship, you know. But once you narrow that down and you have the ship selected, it will give you the displacement, the length of the ship, which is important for me to judge distance. And it also give you the mast height, which is also important for judging distance. And it'll give you the speed of the ship. Okay,
Ooh,
and the draught
nice.
is the depth of the ship. So this ship that I have up right now, the heavy tanker type 18 or 16, it's 5 meters deep. So we could set torpedo at 4 meters. Okay, so it's going to be really right at the bottom of the ship, and that's going to cause a lot of damage. It's going to cause flooding and everything else. But the mast height and the length are used. Is somebody in the periscope?
I was, yeah.
Okay. All right. So when you're in the periscope, there is a key binding that you can use that will bring up. I got to remember what it is. C. No, C's that. It's E. So this is my if people are watching my stream, this is the horizontal distance table. And what you do is you set the mast height. Right now it says 10 meters. So say it was a 31 foot tall mast. And what that does is when I'm looking through the periscope, I have these little tick marks on the side, and I can see how high that mast is by the tick marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's somewhere between 3 and 4. And when you look between 3 and 4, it says it's between distance-wise in meters is 2,400 meters to 1,800 meters. So it's somewhere in that distance. Then you can turn around and change the horizontal to the vertical. Oh, no, that's what I should have had was the vertical.
Whoa, look at this stuff. Oh my god.
Yeah, okay, so that's the vertical. So say the vertical, I said that totally wrong. So we're about between 3 and almost 4. So that's saying at 40, at this range, it's 9 point. This ship is 9.2 hundred meters away. So it's 9,200 meters, 9,200 meters. So that's where you'd set the range. And when you're looking at that range dial, right? Bill Beto's brain is melting from all the information. But it would be 9,200 meters. But then you can turn around and set it horizontal, and then you come down here and there's tick marks on the bottom, and you set it there and count the tick marks to the back of the sub, and that's like 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5. So then you look over here and you go, okay, 8 is 9.2 and 9 is 8.1. So by judging the distance, saying this ship is 32 meters long, which it's not. What did we say this? Well, we didn't actually classify this ship, but you set the length of the ship on your horizontal, and you set the height of the mast on your vertical. And between those two, judging both of those, you can judge the distance that this ship is away from your sub. And that you have to set that in the torpedo computer for distance. And it also gives you a chance to go, okay, we want to get a closer shot because, we're shooting electric torpedoes and they're only 5,000 meters of range, right? So we have to be closer than 5,000. And right now, if we were looking at this, I backed out. If we were looking at this, we're talking, what did I say, 8? Yeah, 28.4. That's not right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, horizontal. Okay, well, if the ship was 92 meters long, and we're at almost 8, you're looking at 20. What is that? 25.4. So we're at 2,000 or 20. Yeah, no, 2,500. Wow, that's a long range.
Sounds like your brain is melting.
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean,
we're all melting down a little bit.
Yeah, so that's why you need both the horizontal and vertical, and you have to have the ship classification down. If you're wrong ship classification, your numbers are going to be totally off. But it gives you an idea. So I would call out the range, and then the navigator would mark that on the map.
Okay.
So anyway, my suggestion between now and the next time we play is to go to that Wolfpack Academy and just positions that you think you might want to do. Just run through the videos and then get in game and play around with it a little bit. Like I said, the captain's job basically is to call all these numbers out. So he's the one making a judgment. And if he makes a wrong judgment, he misses with the torpedo. That's all there is to it. So, and the deck gun up here is about the same. You've got a pair of binoculars up here. You can't judge distance with these. There's no tick marks on this one. But you could do target identification with it.
Right.
So,
okay.
And then now there's a gun back here. There's a machine gun. It's a flat gun. Okay, that's for taking out aircraft. And the fun one is the one Zan was always on. You come down the ladder here and you go to the front of the boat, and there's the deck gun. This one's fun.
Oh, that one looks fun.
Yeah, go ahead and get in it, man. All right.
Alrighty. Ooh, okay.
Now, there is on the side, when you're looking through the scope on the side, if you can judge distance, like say I tell you it's 200 meters away, you can use your arrow keys and change that so it'll zero in your periscope so you don't have to guess the height.
The arrow keys, you said?
I think it's the arrow keys, up and down. I think it's the arrow keys.
Oh no, it's a W and S.
Oh, W and S. Okay, all right. So that'll set. So if I say that target's 300 meters away, you could set it to 300, and when you put your crosshair on it, it's going to elevate the gun for you at 300 meters, and you should be able to put the crosshair right on the ship, and then pull the trigger, and it'll hit it.
Oh yeah, try to hit it.
What's the binoculars key?
I'm not sure.
Well, you got your binoculars. Oh, Bob. Oh, yeah, you got your
Oh,
binoculars.
I'm just scrolling forward.
Oh, that's right. That's what it is. Scroll forward. Yeah, you scroll forward. You're looking through your binoculars in my screen.
Nice. Was that a?
All right. Do we have a close ship by that he can hit?
Yeah, there's one right here.
All right. Let's do this. I'm gonna go back up. Bob's on the helm, or he'll get on the helm.
You're gonna target the one that we were looking at with the 2 masts.
Yeah. I'll give you an idea where it's at. Oop.
So there's a trick with this big gun that you're sitting in, Titan. So if you turn around towards me, so that's kind of a bug. So even when you can clear the shot on the side,
Bob, give me full speed and give me left rudder
hit the sub.
to.
Oh,
So
okay.
you really gotta like
3,
point
2,
over,
0
here or something like that. Yeah, because
Gotcha.
they haven't fixed that yet. It's like the
And
same
diesel.
on both sides. So just aim because you can sink us.
Yes. Do
I was
not.
wondering.
Do not.
I was
Do
wondering.
not shoot our boat.
Yeah.
Why not?
You will sink.
The point of the game is to shoot boats.
What was the rudder?
Oh, we're turning. We're turning.
320. Turn to course 320.
Alright, Captain.
I'm gonna get some cover.
You need to get used to that because I'm going to just start calling out courses instead of going 10 degrees right rudder or whatever. There we go. There you go.
All right,
That's straight ahead.
We're dialed in.
Rudder
Oh,
midship.
Ask how they found out you can sink the ship with a boat with a gun.
Well, it was a Zan plan. It was definitely a Zan plan. Oh, no, too far, Bob, too far.
Top of the direction and people you shoot stuff with it.
Right rudder.
That was 3-0.
Sorry.
3-0, Captain.
we need to go
wasn't
Yeah.
to port. Port is right?
No. Okay, so
What is
the
that?
easiest way to remember this, Titan, is port has 4 letters in the word, right?
Oh, that's right.
So does
I
left.
think you were the one that told me
did.
this too. Yes,
I tell
yes,
everybody.
You did. Yes. Okay.
That's because
so
that's the way I
port
was
is
taught.
left,
I was taught that in the Navy.
and then starboard is more letters, so not left. Got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
So left is port, right is starboard, and then they have red and green also, right? So red is the shortest number of letters, so that's port, and then green would be starboard.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they made it simple, so because there's not a lot of smart people that become sailors, and they have to be able to. And then if you hold up your thumb and forefinger, one makes an L and the other one doesn't, and the L is left.
The L is left.
Yes. Well, I'm telling you, we had people in boot camp that didn't know their left from their right. All right, let me do a ship recognition on this, and we'll see how far we are. So mast, or king, funnel. Let's go back. Engine is in the aft, right? Yep, engine aft. We have a split superstructure. Yes. Oop, damn it. Backed all the way out. And I didn't look at islands. We have islands fore and aft.
I'm back.
Front and aft. And then this one is going to be what did I say? King funnel. Oh. KKF. So this one should be, or is it? Or is it king? Or is it mast funnel? Oh. I think it's this one. No, that's mast. Well, that could be it.
It's a mast funnel, right?
I'm thinking that's what it is.
Yeah, those are definitely masts.
Okay.
Those are not the king. Those
Okay.
aren't cranes.
Right. Okay. And that's what I picked, right? Mass funnel, yeah. All right, so our identified ship is 35 height and 124. So horizontal 30, 124. And then 35 for horizontal. Okay, so we are looking at a distance right now of 7.5. So roughly about 11.5. So 1,100. So let's go 11 on the TDC, Bill Beto.
Range.
Range,
Any-
yeah, range. You're
11?
going to do range
Yeah,
11,
Roger.
and let's see, angle of bow. I'm going to say 100 degrees.
100 confirmed.
Give me a salvo shot. So set it to. So it's the button where you set one torpedo tube 1 through 5. The very bottom one is salvo, and then you got to set which 2 torpedoes you want to shoot with. Let's just do 1 and 4.
1 and 4 selected, and question angle of bow. Bow or right or bow?
Oh,
left?
I'm sorry. It would be left.
Okay, gotcha. One
Yeah,
second.
let's do left 100.
Left 100 confirmed.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot.
The water.
Did
We're
we fire?
using
Did we
long-
fire
yeah,
2?
we fired
Oh, we only
fired-
fired 1 torpedo though.
1.
Yeah, you didn't have the salvo shot set. That's all right. That's all right. We got 1 torpedo. Let's see if we hit. Bob, let's go. I'll stop.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
And Titan, go ahead and open fire. You already got range, right? What did I say it was?
1100.
Yeah,
We have a hit.
there's torpedo hit.
Ah, heck yeah, Cap.
So yeah, you should set 1100. And it was a little bit aft though. Are we all stopped, Bob?
No, sir.
I'm still moving. Oh god.
We're still moving.
I don't think we're gonna collide. Yeah, good hit there. Oh heck yeah.
Yeah, we're all
Lots of-
stopped. We're
lots of
just
hits.
gonna drift in.
Okay.
Now we
Drifting
can't
close.
we can't sync this.
Yeah.
This is the tutorial, but that's how easy
Right.
it is. Now we were really close though
Easy?
too.
Did you just say easy?
Excuse me. Have you seen too many certified videos? I think so.
That's how simple it is to sink a ship.
Yeah, like U-boats are simple. What?
All right. So do you guys feel comfortable enough?
I haven't even played with my station yet.
Yeah, maybe
So
we
we'll
should,
see what happens.
Well, in the tutorial version, Titan, if you hit your M key, that's your map button. You'll see at the bottom there's a check mark button. So what you can do is when I call out, range, bearing, the whole bit, you can mark it on the map, and then we can click that button and see how close we are. That's how we can practice. All right. I mean, and this session is definitely going to be a practice session. I have a scenario where it's just one ship, no escorts, so we don't have to worry about somebody depth charging us. But the problem is if it sees us, it's going to start zigzagging. And then it's almost impossible to hit. It isn't impossible. You just gotta kind of, do like shoot one down its port side, one down its starboard side when you're chasing it, and it'll turn into one of the 2 torpedoes.
Oh man. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be
So-
fun. All right, gotta go down
So we practice diving.
to my station.
Oh yeah, you want to practice diving? Well, we don't have a dive officer, so I mean, just for torpedo's sake. So what I'll do is, when we're in real scenarios and we got people up on deck, because if you're not doing anything, you need to be up top and using the binoculars to search for ships. The hydrophone.
Okay.
Well, we could do that. Let's do that.
Yeah, I want to test the
Okay,
hydrophone.
so I'm gonna set us to periscope depth. So make sure. Yep, that's closed. So we're going to periscope depth, and then you'll be able to use the hydrophone. So let's go to the hydrophone station. Oh, and by the way,
Close the door in the barn and be down.
what's that?
Close the door in the barn on the way down, eh?
Yeah,
You're a little low, Bob. If you can
it's
make
closed.
a little
I checked
louder.
it.
You mic.
I don't think you can close the one that first one there, or that second one. I think you can only close the top hatch. All right, so we're at periscope depth. So come back here to the hydrophone. Titan, you can do this. So
Yeah.
there are four gauges, or I'm sorry, not gauges, dials. Okay. The top one on the right sets your gain. You want to set that to about 7 or 8 to start with. So you can click on it and you should be able to just turn it. And then as you turn the big wheel, you'll start to hear static. Okay, so go ahead and turn the wheel so you don't have static, because you should get in static where the ship was. Okay, so you found a spot that's got no static?
Yep. Very
Okay.
low.
All right. So now go back to the spot that's got static. Pick, as you're getting static, try to pick the loudest part of the static area. Okay. And then turn your gain down by a couple notches. Once you've got the highest, turn your gain down. And that will, what it does is then it makes it softer. And then you have to do the same sweep again. And all you're going to do is keep turning the gain down until you narrow down exactly where, and you'll start to hear it actual propeller noise. It'll be like frump, 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 frump.
Yep, I'm hearing this.
Yeah. And then as you keep turning the gain down, it'll start to disappear and eventually disappear. Once it disappears with the gain, turn the gain back up a little bit until you hear that frump, frump. And then you should be able to narrow it down almost exactly what bearing it is. And then you would call out that bearing.
Oh, okay.
So right now you're looking at what, 325? So you'd say ship bearing 325. And then I could come back here to the periscope and look at bearing 325 and correct you, because 325 is not it. I can see the ship and it's bearing 356. So you should be able to go to 356 on the hydrophone and pick up. That should be the loudest point.
Okay.
And so your job with the hydrophone is to narrow that down, because if we're not at periscope depth, you're the one that's going to set the range, or not the range, the direction.
The direction. Okay.
Okay. Now you don't have to be like super accurate, like 356. You can just say, yeah, it's between 330 and 340, somewhere in there. Okay, because it's hard to hear exactly what is the loudest point in that range. But as you start turning that gain down, you can start to narrow it down until you can't hear it anymore. Now, see if you can pick up. We know there's one there at 350 or 335.
Okay.
See if you can pick up another ship. So you got to turn your gain back up. I'm going to see if I can find it on the periscope. See if I can find me another ship.
Nope. Good one, eh?
Yeah. I'm going to cheat. So there should be one over there.
We may have a ship at bearing 115.
Okay. 115. Okay, I can't see it, Bob.
Bearing 120.
120. All right, Bob. Let's just head that way. Give us full speed, submerged, so electric motors full speed, and give us a course of 120. I think they're a ways off.
Hey, Captain, full speed. Turning her to 120.
Okay.
Eventually.
So we're gonna go see if we can't find that ship while staying submerged.
Copy.
This will just give you some practice. I mean, that's what we're here to do, is practice. I'm just
Practice.
not seeing the ship because it's too far out for my scope. Oh, and when you're going up and down the ladder, just so you know, you can hold your right mouse button down and you slide down the ladder a lot faster.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That should be shift. That should be the shift button.
Is it shift? I thought it was right.
It is not, but it should be.
Oh. Well, shift is run. I know that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Precisely, Captain. Don't move faster than you're doing now. So.
All right. So give us another bearing to the ship.
Bearing.
Yeah. So you're gonna look for use your hydrophone and see if you can find that same ship.
What
That probably
the?
doesn't help.
Sorry, I was playing a record player.
Bearing 355.
Okay. Give us some left rudder, and 355 is almost directly ahead of us. So that's good.
355.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Well, 360 is straight ahead. 355.
A lot left rudder. Got it. I counted a lot left rudder. Reducing speed to turn.
Yep. Dead ahead.
All right.
Oh, yeah, those are some solid propellers.
All right, cool. I'm not seeing it yet, so it's still quite a ways out there. That's why the hydrophone is so important. Because I can't see it in a periscope, but yet you can hear it. So that'll give us a direction.
We are still turning.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't zero us back out. Sorry.
Ship straight ahead. 225.
225? Or
Yeah.
I think that's the one we were leaving. Yeah, that's the one we were leaving.
Okay, gotcha.
We already blew that one up. We hit it with torpedoes and deck gun.
Gotcha.
It's actually a ghost ship. So we're going
Ship
after
bearing, propeller at bearing 10.
10. Okay. So give us right rudder to give us 10 degrees and then zero us back out, Bob. I want to head right at it. Well, we don't know what direction it's traveling yet.
So, in other words, we're at bearing 60. We want to go to bearing 70 and stop?
Yes.
Captain, is that what
Yes.
you're saying?
Yes.
Bearing 70I, Captain.
Okay. Hydrophone, is it at zero now?
It is at 0 now, Captain.
Okay. And we're ahead full.
Ahead full, Captain.
Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to surf assess. And, well, what's our speed, Bob?
Speed is currently 5.5 knots, heading to 6, Captain. 6
Yeah,
on my
see,
mark.
and if it's traveling, most
6.
ships travel between 3 and 5 knots. We're not going to make it even this way. So I'm going to go ahead and surface the boat. As soon as we are up, Bob, we can switch to diesel. And we're really close. All right, boat surfaced. Let's go ahead and go to diesel and go full speed. And we should be doing
Captain?
about 18 knots by the time we get up there. Someone want to go start the compressor and we're 10% down on our air. Bill Beto, you remember how to do that? Or Bill Beto. Crunch, you remember how to do that? Yeah, Bill Beto, get your ass in here and play this game.
Bill, get in here, bro.
Do the compressor. Do it now.
12 knots, Captain.
Okay, so because we're above, I should be going up top, right?
Yeah, you won't
Because
be able to
we're
hear.
underwater.
You won't be able to hear it underwater. As soon as I spot the sub, or some yes. So that would be one thing you do. As soon as we surface, you immediately go upstairs and get your binoculars out, or get on the Uzo, and use that to find ships. Because then all we're doing is by sight. Now you could go down. You could bring up your map and you could mark that from where we're at now, straight ahead at 0 is a ship.
Ship spotted.
Oh, where at?
Bearing 25.
Oh yeah, that's the ghost ship. That's the one we left. So you, as the hydrophone officer, as the radioman, told us there was a ship straight ahead. So we should be at 0. So there should be a ship out in front of us. All I see is fog.
I see the ship that we left behind us.
Yeah.
Another ship at bearing 25.
At 25?
Yes.
I'm not seeing that one either.
2-3. I'm looking at it with the Uzo right now.
And it's at 2-3, not 2-2-3. 2-3.
2-3.
I'll be damned. I still don't see it in the periscope. So those binoculars are better than my periscope.
Yes, they are, Captain.
Well, there's also a setting. I don't remember what key it is. I'm going to go look really quick. To, in the periscope, change, increase periscope brightness, keypad plus, keypad minus.
It is also pulling away from us. Now bearing 2-1.
All right, so it was at, what did you say to begin with? 2-3?
Yeah, 2-5 originally. Now it's at 2.
Okay,
2-0.
so it's traveling. Technically, then it is traveling right to left. Because as it keeps going.
Yeah, so we need to change our bearing.
Yeah, well, we got to intercept it, so we can't go right at it because
Right.
we'll be going right where it was when we decided to go. So we need to go. Actually, we're probably good the direction we're going. We're going to intercept it.
How did you say I pull out my own binoculars?
Just scroll your mouse wheel forward.
Ah, perfect. Okay. And this is the one that doesn't have the bearings. Got it.
Yes. Yeah, that's basically for anybody who's up there that isn't on the Uzo, but can still use their binoculars to scout for ships.
Yeah, so my binoculars cannot see the ship,
Yeah,
but the Uzo can.
but the Uzo can. Yeah, see, I can't see
Yes.
it in the periscope, so definitely we need somebody on the Uzo all the time.
Yeah, bearing is now 15, 15.
Oh, wow, yeah, we're getting... It's going to cut right across our bow, which is going to be perfect, because then what we'll do is we'll submerge. Once I see it in the periscope, 15, I'll submerge, and then we'll just lie in wait and wait for it to cross right in front of us, and then slam a couple of torpedoes in it. Oh, by the way, Crunch, did you reload torpedo tubes? Crunch.
Is it crunch time?
Did Crunch leave us again? Did he go to the bathroom? He has a tendency to leave us right in the middle of battle.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. Coffee is important. Question: air compressor. I turned it on,
Yeah.
but it's not pumping air. Is there anything else I need to put?
So what was the gauge at? Was it 200? Was it 210 is the max?
Yeah, so it's around like 70 now, 170.
Okay, so it should start going up.
No, is it slow? Is that?
It is really slow. Yes. Also, Bob, where are we at on our batteries?
We're at 8. We're at 8
Okay,
kilowatts, Captain.
go ahead and charge batteries while we're doing this.
All right, Captain, charging batteries.
I have to get some. I have to get some crunch food.
Do you want
Get
Ship
excited.
bearing now at 14, Captain.
14. I
torpedo?
have to get some German salt and vinegar potato chips. 14.
But it's 8 is precious.
Well, but we're playing Germans, so there. My wife's like,
Yes.
salt and vinegar's not German.
And
Oh!
sauerkraut will look out.
I see the ship in my periscope. Yep, bearing 13. Battery level is now at 100%. Okay, you can stop charging batteries.
All right, Captain, switching to full speed.
So this is what we do. I mean, I can barely see it in the scope.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Sorry, Captain, heading the wrong direction.
Were you going in reverse again?
Yeah.
Bob likes to do
moving,
that.
Captain.
I like to go backwards.
Backwards is where the fun is.
That's
All right, I think we're on perfect course to intercept. I can just barely see that puppy.
Yeah, it's moving away from us.
So how fast are we going, Bob? What are we at? We still at full speed?
it's climbing, Captain. It was at 0 speed.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because we went backwards.
Yeah. That was a Bob plan right there.
Being tactical, confusing the enemy. Like,
Hey, just
Yes. They don't know which way we're going.
think about it this way.
I didn't
no,
know
they
which-
don't.
Zan would have started shooting at it already and hit our conning tower and sunk us.
You see the difference between the Bob plan and the Zan plan?
Yes.
It's different. We're at 12 knots, Captain.
All right. The other thing, guys, if you didn't know, when you're on the periscope, if you hold down your left mouse button, it will calm down your it'll calm down your periscope, so it's not bobbing up and down with the sea.
Oh,
Oh,
to
great.
eliminate the sway.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, Zan, you played bruh, but it didn't come through.
Bruh.
Ship now at bearing 10, Captain.
Yep.
10.
And we're doing how many knot? What?
Reloaded?
Yeah. You got them both reloaded?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're
So
closing
switch
in
me to.
on 18 knots, Captain.
All right, perfect. We're going to run this for a little bit more, and then we're going to dive. I want to get a little closer. He was quite a ways. Well, he's still quite a ways away from us. Give me a salvo shot of one. What did you load him with? Electric or steam?
We have both options.
All right, give me salvo shot with steam torpedoes. We got to try to identify this thing too. Hey, is anybody on the Uzo?
I'm up here, Captain.
Okay, use the Uzo and then do your ship identification. I think it's Charlie button.
Uzo is no longer at an angle where I can see the ship, Captain. I will have to use binoculars.
Ah, is that because the mast is in the way?
The mast is in the way.
All right, hold on.
Moving to the
I just dropped periscope.
bow. Oh, okay. There we go.
And
I was going to move to the bow so I could
Oh.
use more binoculars.
Well, that doesn't give you. And
All right,
then
let's see.
13.
Bearing 5.
Yep.
I have no zoom. I am seeing. Let's see. We have
I'm not close enough to get it.
smokestack in the aft.
Okay, let me reset. Smokestack aft. Okay.
We have
Superstructure split or combined?
superstructure combined.
So it's
Very difficult to see, Captain.
Yeah, combined. You think it's combined with the funnel?
Correction. It is split.
Okay. And then I'm sure it's way too difficult to see
I believe I make out
islands.
3. I believe it has. I do believe it might be flush, but very difficult to tell.
Okay.
I am, however, seeing what appears to be 1, 2, 3 cranes.
So it'd be crane funnel.
It may be crane funnel. Yes.
Okay, there's a crane funnel. Okay, no designations with that configuration. So let me go unspecified. Oh, I didn't do unspecified on islands. Okay, there we go. Crane funnel. So it's either it's a heavy tanker. It's just whether what type 6 or type 12. Does it look on the can you see the bow of the ship? Does it look really thick?
The bow of the ship is facing away from us.
Okay.
Very difficult to tell, Captain.
All right. Oh, that would be it. Superstructure. If the superstructure, the island, so there's the funnel, but then there's the ship's control room. Is that in the middle of the ship or in the front of the ship?
Given off the angle I have, it appears to be near the middle of the ship.
All right. I'm going to assume it's this type right here. Heavy tanker type 6. So 24 mast height and 142 length. .24.
Bearing to the ship is now 358. 358.
.154. Is that what I said? 142. Yeah, 142. All right. Horizontal. Two. Yeah, so we're way out there. We're at like, if of course it's going to be smaller, so let's say 3. That's somebody's calling me on the phone. 108. We're way out there. All right, Bob, give me Give me a course correction to bearing 340. We're still full speed.
Right, Captain, still
Okay.
full speed.
All right, we're going to try to get out in front of it.
Heading toward 340.
Thank you. Wow,
Captain, we're turning away from it.
Frag's watching stream. All right, where's our ship now?
On our right side.
What's the? Oh,
And sailing away from us.
I think you went the wrong direction there, Bob.
Captain, we are now at 340.
Really?
Yes.
So
bearing
yeah, okay, 340 with a compass, but where are we at bearing wise?
Bearing to the ship is now 120.
All right. So give me right full rudder.
Captain.
I gotta find the ship again. Oh, there it is. All right.
Course to intercept, probably. Oh, God.
All right, get ready to zero rudder, Bob. And give me rudder amidships.
Hey, Captain, 0 rudder.
Okay. So now the ship is at about 13 degrees.
Aye, aye.
Okay. And we should be
Hey,
on
this-
an
this
intercept
should be a
course.
bit of a compass.
Yes, Captain.
Yeah, I don't. We're gonna have to figure that out, Bob, because I think what you're quoting is relative degrees, which is like north would be 0 and east would be 90. Where I'm doing, I don't care what direction of the compass we're traveling. I want to do bearing, which is our ship is always running straight ahead at 0. So I wanted you to come, like right 20 degrees. Maybe
I
that's
reiterate.
yeah.
This should be a heading, a bearing dial instead of a compass.
Yeah.
Compass is useless to you.
So relative is compass, true bearing is boat.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense, but why have this wheel in front of me, which is used?
Right. I agree. So I will give you increments in degrees then, how I want you to turn. Like if I want you to turn
That's-
90 degrees to the right, I'll just say 90 degrees right, and then you can just make the adjustment from there. It doesn't
that'll have
matter.
to do.
It doesn't matter what compass direction we're going from then.
Okay.
So we got our communication down. All right. So we are getting closer. And we are... So it's kind of angling. That's all right. What's our speed, Bob?
Captain, our speed is 18 knots.
Okay.
Ship is now visible without a binoculars, Captain.
Yes. All right, I'm going to try. I can't judge speed until I stop. So the only way I can judge the ship's speed is to set my crosshair at the beginning of the bow and then time it until it reaches the aft end of the ship, and then I can calculate its speed from there. But I think these are supposed to stay the same speed, which should be about 5 knots.
Oh, we have a compass up here too that I could have been using to also give information on that. So I could also give relative bearings if necessary, so we
Right.
don't have to do degrees.
Well, degrees are fine
Also-
because I think it's easier for Bob navigation-wise.
Also,
Got it.
up there, there's a rudder control.
Yes.
Yes, I'm just seeing that right now. Oh, okay. So I
Right
can.
underneath you, yeah, it's rudder
Yeah.
control as well.
You can make helmsman changes from up there too.
Oh.
See, so when we're surface,
Wow.
Bob should actually technically come up and be on that station up here, and then he can be on binoculars also. You know, when he's
Issue
not
with
making
that is I
course
can't
changes.
slow the ship down, Captain.
Gotcha.
Oh, you're right.
I can't.
You
I can't
can't.
slow her down at all. So it's kind of useless.
Yeah. Good point.
So we can make course corrections up here when I'm up here.
But you can't change the speed of the ship.
Right. So I could course correct and he could manage the speed. I
Yep.
guess would be the
I guess. I don't
very
know what the
nice.
point would be if you can't make speed changes.
We gotta talk to these U-boat designers.
Right.
I need a word with them.
Damn Germans, anyway.
Mm.
Okay, we have a forward and a middle island on the ship.
All right. Let's go back to classification. Oh, it is forward. Oh,
Yes.
you're talking the islands.
Yes,
All right, so
islands.
front, forward. Where did you say front and back?
Front and middle islands.
Front and middle. All right. Well, we're not getting anything on that. Well, okay. And is the mass configuration still the same?
We have crane.
It's knowing the difference between a crane and a mast.
Yeah, no, we have no masts on the ship.
Okay.
But I'm seeing a lot of like structures that look like the crane, but they're not all cranes. Are they all anything with height considered a crane or a mast? Because I only have one crane.
So the way it was explained in the video was a crane usually has some sort of horizontal bar that comes off of it. And if
Copies.
it doesn't have that, then it's a mast.
Okay, so I have one crane. I have one crane.
So the others would be masts?
They would be masts, correct. They don't look like
Crane.
either or. They just look
So
like
it's
towers
one
of
mast?
some sort.
Yeah. So those would be masts. So crane, mast.
Crane,
funnel?
mast, and funnel.
Okay. Let me see what that brings up. Nope. No designation for that either. So we're not getting that.
Okay. So it'll
the
be
islands,
crane and mast.
The islands, what the islands are, is from the flat. So if the ship was flat like an aircraft carrier, and then there's a raised part just in the front, or a raised part in the middle, or a raised part in the aft, that would not make it all flat. That's what an island is.
Right. So we have forward and middle islands.
Forward and middle.
Once you see this ship and you can get a clear picture, maybe you can define what the masts are to me.
Yeah.
Because the crane, it definitely looks like the crane. The others don't look like the mast we saw on the first ship at all. They just look like radio towers or something like that. Is someone going to help me with that?
Yeah. Well, we'll get a little
pass over.
closer and then identify it, because I'm thinking the front one is a mast, and I'm thinking mast, crane, funnel, unless the back two cranes are together, like one unit, and then it would be mast, funnel.
Got it.
But
Okay.
we're at such an angle, it's hard to see. But we're gaining on them. So what we're going to do is we're going to get up like ahead of them and then turn towards them.
Okay.
So they'll get almost 90 degrees from us, and then we'll make a turn.
You could use the Uzo if you want, Crunch. That way you can get a better look.
Let me try to take a look. Yeah, I agree. It definitely looks like one crane and then two weird masts.
Yeah, it's hard for me to classify them as mast because,
Could that be
like,
a
maybe the
kinfolk
second
then?
one is a mast, so it would be crane and mast. That third one just it doesn't look like anything.
You think the first one's a crane?
Yeah, oh, that is absolutely a crane.
Okay. So
It
crane,
is right.
mast, funnel. Let's see what that brings up.
But the
Crane. Oh,
two,
that's what I have. Crane,
Yeah,
mast,
go
funnel.
crane mast funnel.
Okay.
but the two back ones might be
Crane,
parallel
mast,
with each
funnel.
other. There might just be
Okay,
one.
crane, mast, funnel. It comes up, and where was the superstructure?
Superstructure is in the middle of the boat.
In the middle. Okay.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think that back one is just like a radio tower. It's not actually a mast or a crane.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Right?
Oh
It
yeah.
looks. It's got that like Eiffel Tower-ish like
Yeah.
structure to the base. It doesn't look like mast or crane at all. That's what was throwing me off. And it's
Yeah,
way
me
too
too.
short.
Yeah, it's very short. Oh, shortish.
Yeah,
Um,
shortish. It's what?
uh,
The same height or just barely above the funnel?
yeah.
Yeah, that tripped me up. Okay. Okay, now I know that's not anything potentially. Once the captain sees it, he'll
Yeah,
verify
definitely,
for us.
definitely the front one is a mast. And
The front one is a mast to you?
But it has like these weird
It's
it
got like
does.
the
crane
It
crane thingies.
wires on it.
Oh, maybe it is then. Okay, crane.
Because your periscope has like a shorter range than our
Yes.
binoculars up here. Maybe if I can see, I'm gonna go down and use the other periscope, see what that one says,
So crane, mast,
and we
funnel
can have an idea of what the captain is seeing.
with a split.
And the
Split
captain
superstructure.
never goes outside the boat, right?
Typically not.
Okay.
It definitely
He's
looks like
usually
a crane in the front.
he's usually yeah. So I have it set to crane, mast, funnel. I got 3 types. And it's all about
Forward and middle island and center superstructure.
It looked like the middle
yeah,
one.
you're right. Yep, forward and middle. I think you're right there. So forward, front, and mid island, and superstructure split because it's not composite. Would be together with the funnel. See, I'm just not seeing that other superstructure. So yeah, I'm thinking it's this medium tanker type 27. So bring up
Seems
your
about right.
guys' configuration and see what you think.
Seems about right because it's not a huge tanker. It's medium size.
How do I pull up the configuration for the boats?
Charlie, and then when you get to that screen, it's the second tab on the top.
Copy. It would be
So then you set the filters up above.
filters above.
Was engine placement aft?
Engine, yeah. So your funnel placement would be aft. Engine placement, that's your funnel. And then superstructure is like the command tower. It's either split or composite.
And we're looking at merchants here.
Yes, merchants. And then the islands are the raised part of those ships. See, and we don't have a mid. We have a forward and aft.
Oh. Type 7, I think. No, wait. Is that another crane?
I see our ship. It's going to be the heavy freighter Type 44.
All right, so what configurations do you have?
I have K. I have aft engine placement.
Yep.
Split superstructure.
Okay.
Islands front and mid.
Okay.
And masts is KM.
Well, then you got your funnel.
Oh, and then funnel. And funnel is...
F.
F.
KMF.
Yeah. Also, the configuration based off of the outline here also shows a little radio antenna thing looking right next to the funnel as well.
All right, I have the same configuration you set to, but I'm seeing freighter type 42.
Aft split. I have my ship type set to unspecified. What do you have it to, Captain?
Ship type, yeah, ship type unspecified.
Mast.
Oh, I have king mast funnel.
Okay, I kept my masts at unspecified.
Okay, that's right.
And I'm seeing the heavy freighter type 44.
Okay. And yep, I agree. That is our ship. So, that's saying that we have our configuration wrong for the mass. So 44, let's see if we can narrow it down by using that. But it's not mast. See, I think it's mast, king, funnel.
Captain, we are passing the ship on our.
What's the bearing to the ship?
Bearing is.
Is it 90?
Yes.
Okay.
95.
95. All right, Bob, give us right 45 and slow us down to half speed. See, I'm not seeing anything. See, we're not getting our mass correct. I agree with you. The ship that you picked out is the one.
Yeah, I agree.
Heavy freighter type 44. Yes.
I agree. It's that one. So here's the thing. Superstructure, you got that right on because it's forward and mid. We're split because the conning tower is in the center of the ship. It's just our mass. So maybe it's mast, funnel. See what that comes up with for configuration. Does that give us a Type 44?
Mast, K, mast, funnel? It did not.
No, mast, funnel.
Mast, funnel. Split. Yes, it did, Captain.
Does that give us the... Okay, so...
It gives us 44 and 45. So the little tower thing, okay. So those are not Ks, those are Ms.
Yes.
I understand.
So the other... A kingpin, the way I understand it, is a mast that looks... it's a straight pole, but then there's a pole off 90 degrees perpendicular from it.
Oh, okay.
That would be a crane. This one, the first one we're seeing, is not a crane. Even though it's got 3 little wings on it, it's not a crane.
Got it. Okay,
and
that's what I was failing to understand.
The other type of crane is 2 posts next to each other. So when you're 90 degrees from it, it looks like 1 post, but as you start to turn, it develops into 2, and then there's a crossbar that connect the 2. That is also a crane. It's just a different type of crane. All the rest are masts. So it's mast, funnel. So you had everything. We had everything right except that.
That one mast. Okay, yep. I just kept thinking. Okay, I miss.
All right, Bob.
We are golden.
Yep. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and stop. I want to do a speed test. I want to see if I can calculate speed.
All right, Captain. All stop.
Let me know when we've come to a complete stop when we're 0 knots. Then I'll start my speed test. So this is something you would do on the periscope, but underwater. You would come to a complete stop, and then what I do is I hold the crosshair, the vertical crosshair right at the beginning of the ship, and then watch the ship go past my vertical crosshair, and when it reaches the back, I stop my timer. T is timer. T starts and stops the timer. And then R resets the timer if you're in the periscope. So if you want to do this on the observation with me, I think I'm on the attack periscope. All right, let me know when we're 0 knots.
All right, Captain. Still holding. One knot.
And then I'll show you how we calculate speed. This is kind of cool. You have to have a calculator, but...
Oh my god, seriously?
Yeah, well, because what you do is you take the length of the hull. So we recognize what ship it is, so now we know the hull length, right? And what did we set it at? 142? I forgot. 124 and 35. I got to reset those. 135 and what did I say? 135 and what? Oh, 124 and 35. 124, 35. 35,
All right, Captain. 0 knots.
124. Okay. I'm going to start my time. So you take the time, boom, start the stopwatch. And then once it gets to the back of the ship, you stop your timer, and then you take the length of the ship, divide it by the number of seconds it took for it to cross, and then multiply it by 1.94 or just 2. I always just multiply it by 2. And that gives you the estimated speed in knots of what this ship is. So
That's wild.
right?
Impressive.
Boom. All right. So I got 38, almost 39 seconds. So 39 seconds. So you take 124 divided by 39 seconds equals 3.17 times 2. So it's traveling about 6.3 knots. So we can set that in the TDC.
One second. Oh.
All right, so TDC setting. And then I gotta check.
Target speed. Oh yeah, I see.
Yep.
Interesting.
So target speed. I'm gonna give you a distance here of 56.4. So do 6.5, and then
6.5
I'm gonna
confirmed.
set. Now this one looks like hull length is 9. So that gives me 9 to 10. So that gives me 7. So we're really close, right in there at 6 to 700 yards, 600 yards or 700 yards.
So length, I have 70. Is that
70 is
what
the
you want?
length of. Okay. So the length of the ship is 124, but set the length to half of that. So 60. Just set it to 60.
60 confirmed?
Yep. All right, and you got it on salvo shot. We are angle and bow left. Just do left 90.
Left 90 confirmed.
Okay. Salvo spread shot. What's the distance?
Do you mean time?
No, salvo spread. There should be a spread. That's all right. I'm gonna fire. Oh,
Oh, there. Zero. Spread angle is 0.
Captain, our compressor was off. We're not at max air yet.
oh. Did we fire?
Negative.
Are you got it on AP?
Confirmed.
Why can't I shoot?
AP, salvo, salvo shot 1 and 4. You want to change spread of angle? Is because that's like
Yeah, that was the spread angle. I mean, we could have narrowed it anyway. What's it at?
Okay, cool. Other than that, target speed is 6.
Okay, angle of bow, set it to 100 because it's going right by us.
Angle bow 100 confirmed.
I still can't shoot.
Oh, do we have that bug? We might have a bug.
We might. All right, give me single shot. Give me single shot.
Single shot.
Tube 1.
Oh, there
All right,
we go. Okay.
there we go.
So
Give me tube 2.
Tube 2, ready?
All right, let's see what we do. Go ahead and man the gun, deck gun.
Heading up, Cap. Air compressor is full.
Awesome.
Nice, it works. It's just slow.
And Sepp, thanks a lot for that. He says when the 4 booms make 2, you're at 135 degrees. Is that for angle of bow, I'm assuming? Yeah.
What was our distance to the ship?
It was... Let's see. We're at 11. So it should be 11.7.
Copy.
Yeah. Obviously it's more. Yeah, because it's moving. Ooh, nice hit.
Contact.
Torpedoes missed, though.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think, let me go down here. I think angle of bow is off. Because it's more straight
So
ahead.
we're on left, and we should be at about 115, 120.
But isn't... But...
So 90
the ship
degrees
is
would be
not-
perpendicular, and we're past perpendicular. So it's going to be greater than 90.
Really? I think it's...
What's our range? What's the range set to?
The range is 6.5.
Oh, that's why. Set it to 11.
11 confirmed.
Yep. Give me a tube. Tube 3.
Tube 3, ready?
Fish in the water.
All right, let's see if I can hit with this one.
Because angle of bow, right?
Yeah.
So if the ship is straight ahead, it's 0. Correct?
Say that again, Crunch.
Angle of bow is 0 when a ship is straight ahead of us.
No.
Oh.
It would be 0 if we're shooting up its butt. So the angle of bow should be left 100. That's more like 120 now.
Yeah, it was 100 before and it didn't hit either.
No.
Feel like we are like 30%. Or 30 angle of bow. But I might be wrong.
I'm having a blast up here.
Let's see here.
Well, according to the cheat, our angle is actually 160.
So I used the binoculars. The ship is 330.
Correct.
3.
But what
325.
what you're looking at though is if you were on the target ship and you were the captain of that ship and you're looking back at the submarine, what degrees would it be? That's angle of bow. So 90 would be directly to the left.
Yeah, it's not. So
And 180 would be looking right behind us. So it's in between that. So it's more like, 120, 130.
I think it's angle bow to the left about 20 or 15 degrees.
No, because you're 20 or 15 degrees would be ahead of it. We're looking at behind it.
Okay. Yeah, we are looking behind it.
All right, Bob, give me left rudder.
Good shot.
Left rudder full.
So close.
Like for 35 degrees. And full engines full ahead. Because she's running away from us now.
Oh, she's trying, Captain, but I'm not letting her.
All right, so you guys want to give it a shot with a real ship? That'll sink.
I say we go.
Yeah?
All
right.
Captain.
Okay, let's do it.
We're ready, Captain.
We're ready. We've done enough practice. All right, everybody got to leave game. Because I've got to redo it. I'm going to do, there it is, single ship. So let me know when everybody's gone. I've got Titan in the lobby.
I need to find my mouse again.
Yeah, Mama. You have to go back to main menu and then.
Yeah, you got to go back to menu and then join the lobby again.
Because my mouse.
Got it.
Too. All
right, there's Crunch. Lurky lurk. Thank you, middle-aged gamer. Thank you for the lurk. We're about ready to. That was our practice. And that was only 2 hours of practice.
Hey, I'll take it.
Right?
Yeah, I've got about an hour and a half left in me before I gotta call it, get some food, and then go to bed.
Thank you, Septum, for the follow. We really appreciate it, my friend. Don't forget, GTP Titan is also a streamer, and I'm going to go and give him a shout-out right now. He's playing in-game with us. He's an awesome streamer. He is streaming right at the moment, too. So don't forget to go over to him and give him a follow also.
Thank you for that follow, Autonomous48.
Yeah.
And Septimanian. Appreciate it, guys.
All right. Everybody's in. Let's start the game. So we have to find the ship first. Okay. I got to turn the bots on. Okay, bots are on. So there's one single cargo ship. So we want to do this just as we normally would. I think we start off on the surface. We need to find the ship with binoculars. Then we will dive, and we'll get all of the information we need. We'll get ship speed. We'll get its course. Get a proper distance, and then try to get a shot off. And away we go.
Aye, aye, Captain.
All right, we're going to do U-96. So go ahead and join crew. There is Bob. And there is Titan. There's no going to the bathroom in the middle of this, Crunch. And he's.
Oh well, let me do that right now. Once I grab back.
Before I start the mission. Crunch is probably off going to the bathroom again. He's not responding. We lost the sailor. He went ashore and he went to the Lady of the Evening's house, and he hasn't been. He's unauthorized absence. He is UA from the mission. That's right.
Captain, he did report some strange itching in the nether realm, so
we got some sea snail crabs going on there, is what you're saying, Bob?
apparently, Captain. So
Yeah.
that might explain his absence.
It may. All right. Well, I have to get some snacks and a drink.
I'm back.
Waiting for Crunch. Crunch was UA. Okay, join crew. So I got some crumble cookie going on here. Woohoo! Strawberry cheesecake crumble cookie.
Oh,
Ooh,
Yeah,
damn.
it's good to be the captain, they say.
it is.
Captain is eating good.
That's the only food we get for this entire voyage.
Well, oh shit.
Damn, I'm pooping
Yeah.
be weird on this trip.
Well, have
That's
you
all
seen
I'm eating?
have you seen our toilets?
I really don't want
It's right next to our storage, so yeah.
to.
Could always just surface and then just go down the side, Captain.
Right?
Pep, do you want to change the torpedoes to
Yeah.
long and short? We don't have to.
No, I think I'm gonna leave the 4 steam torpedoes in. Our first 4 shots. Just understand that the first torpedo you load is going to be a steam, and the rest of them are all short range. All right,
Yes.
so here we go. We're going to start mission. I got to give you permissions right off the bat when we get in.
Yeah. Sing some ship, Captain.
This
All right.
is gonna be fun.
All right, sailor. I'm giving everybody sailor abilities. That means you can do any station you want.
Ty, we gotta have
Copy
to
that.
talk, you and I, about what your definition of.
All right, raising periscope, raising observation scope. We are on the surface. So first thing I want to do this. Unless you guys go ahead and go up and do a quick binocular search for ships.
Aye.
And if you
All right,
don't
Captain.
see any, then
Above.
we're going to submerge and we're going to
Ship
submerge.
spotted, Captain.
Oh, where at?
We have ship at bearing 5-6. Bearing 5-6, Captain.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and mark that on the map from where we're at. And Bob, give us. It's at 5-6. Let's go.
The Harry Mock said 100 RT turn.
It turns out that it's a long way to Pixadelli, Captain.
So 60. Give me right
The Harry Mock
to.
parallel to our front.
Yeah, give me right 30. And we'll
Okay.
run that course. We're going to run a little bit until we get a little closer. I don't know how this works if when they spook. Parallel is out front. 100 right turn.
Hey, Captain, half
Well, it
speed,
was,
30.
Hey Harry. The Harry Mock said to our front.
yeah, we're
I
gonna
may
we're gonna
have-
get in front of them, but if we turned 100 degrees right, we'd end up behind them.
Hey everyone, please don't forget my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button.
I think that's correct, Captain.
All right,
https
at a bearing of 30 degrees,
www.
which will give us an intercept course. All right, so do you got it marked on the map that it is now bearing 032? So bearing
How
32.
do I mark that?
Um,
With
so you have to,
the rotator protractor?
yeah, don't do the rotate because that'll give you the right degrees. But if you click on the line,
reverse compass.
And what did I say it was at? 30. Oh, I gotta click angle too. Oh, that's not angle. Yeah, you're gonna have to watch. You're gonna have to watch the video
I'll watch
there.
the video.
Yeah,
Yeah, no worries.
because where's
Don't worry
angle?
about it.
Angle. It's just too hard to explain.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll watch some videos tonight.
That's.
We still haven't turned, Captain.
Yeah, I know. We're angling towards it. We should be.
Negative. We're going parallel straight, and it's going parallel.
Well, if we were
on the
parallel, it would be.
We're not going towards it.
Ship is moving away from us, Captain.
What's the bearing to the ship?
Bearing is 3536.
Okay.
We should go 100 degrees to the right. That turn, 100 degrees right.
You think so? Why?
Yeah, because then we will.
Oh, is the funnel? The funnel's in the back. Oh shit. Yes.
Yeah. So we're still just going
Yeah.
straight. We're not turning.
Well, I know we're going straight, but I
Okay.
thought the ship was going with us, and it's not. It's going against us.
Oh.
We have to spin around 180 degrees. So, Bob, give us a 180 degree turn to the left, and then you guys keep an eye on the ship. Are we still going full speed, Bob?
No, we're going half speed. Captain.
180, Captain?
Yes, because the funnel's in the back. So it's traveling left to right, and we are going the opposite direction of it.
That's correct.
So in order for us to parallel it, we need to turn around and be heading the same direction. And then what I want to do is just kind of get above it and then turn. Yeah, I'm making him go left. Just it doesn't matter which direction we make the turn.
Okay.
We're going to make a wide
Yeah.
sweeping turn here. Just keep an eye on the ship so we can get bearing when we get there.
Okay.
Okay, we're coming up on 100, Captain. 100 degrees from where we were.
180. So we wanted to turn. We wanted to just make a U-turn because the ship was traveling the opposite direction we were going. I didn't see the funnel until the last minute.
I will communicate that in the future, Captain.
Yeah.
I did make a mistake.
Yes,
Yeah,
and we are behind it. So we're going to try to go as fast as we can and get in front of it, but parallel the ship as we're doing it. All right, so when we get up there, the ship should be somewhere in 300 to 340, I would think, by the time we complete our turn.
Captain, are there enemy ships on this?
No, this is there's just this one target. That's it.
Okay,
But what I want to do is I want you guys to identify the ship,
Okay.
and I want you guys to get as much practice as possible without having to worry about enemy ships. It will take off and start zigzagging if it spots us. So we've got to maintain our distance from it
Titan?
until we get ready to submerge and then head towards it.
Titan, do you have eyes on the ship?
Do you have eyes on?
Bearing for the ship is 200, increasing.
I don't
Yeah, it's
see it on
180.
210
I don't see it in
215 and
good eyes.
220.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't see it in the scope because we're out far enough, which is what I wanted. I wanted to be out far enough from it. Now, you'll be able to see it on the Uzo because they're
So
just better glasses.
So the ship
Yes.
is going slow.
It
It's
is.
going faster.
Yes.
It's on our left side, but we are moving away from it now because we're sailing parallel on the left, but we're sailing faster.
Right. Because I want to get in front of it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to dive and then come closer to it so it will pass right in front of us. Okay? So right now we're paralleling it. We're going to get
Yes.
above it. We're going to get ahead of it. Okay. Trying to get this in camera here.
So.
And then once
I
we do,
think-
we're going to turn and be ready. And then this thing's just going to pass right in front of us. And then we're going to fire.
The plan is to turn 90 degrees to the left.
Correct.
Okay, excellent. Well, I think we can turn now. It's
Well, it's
We're no longer getting parallel to it.
yeah, we're pretty far ahead.
we're ahead of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a good bunch.
Wouldn't say ahead of it.
Well, is this
Given its relative course, we're not going to be ahead of it at any point given our bearing right now.
right? I haven't made it. I haven't
he's
turned
waiting
yet.
for doing a 90 degrees to the left.
Yeah, we're going to do a 90-degree left yet.
Shoot. Did I lose it? I think I lost.
Bearing
Oh,
210.
there it
Yeah.
is. I can barely see it now, Cap. We should probably turn.
All right. Yeah. Let's go ahead and give me 10 degrees to the left, Bob. What's the bearing? 220? No.
220,
Bearing to the ship is still 220?
confirmed.
I'm not seeing it.
It's really
Bearing
far
is
away.
220, Captain.
I can barely see it here.
We are pulling away
Okay. Yeah, we're
at a
turning.
steady
We're,
pace.
we're turning into it a little more. Okay, go ahead and slow us. Okay, I see it now. I see it now. I see it now. All right, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and give me a. Let's go ahead and submerge the boat. Everybody come in. Prepare to dive.
Yeah,
Heading down.
just checking 1 second. Is everything closed here? I can close this thing. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Everybody in.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Captain.
We're diving. Oh, no, we're not. I said surface the boat. There we go. Now we're diving to 12 meters. All right, I'm going to leave the observation scope and go to tactical. Somebody else be on the observation scope. And then, Bill Beto, I need you on the TDC.
I can be on observation.
Get on that bill.
God damn it. I wasn't all the way up yet.
I saw that. Oh, shoot. It's so far away, Captain.
Why are we not... We're not... All right, we're
We
going to
do,
periscope depth.
Additional probably like 60 to 80 degree turn to the left.
Yeah, we will here in a minute.
Cool.
We haven't gone to periscope depth yet.
We're gonna lose sight soon. I don't know.
Yeah, turn 90 degrees left, Bob. And give us full speed on electric engines.
Right, Captain. Full speed ahead. Turning left 90.
All right, we got to find the ship again.
I can barely see it at 240. Was it still
240?
turning? So 1 second. 1 second. 250. 260. 270. I have lost sight.
We still turning,
Keeping
Bob?
track with it on the
Right,
hydrophone.
Captain.
Yes, hydrophone. What do you hear? What bearing?
It is bearing 290.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Bearing 290, 300.
All right. Yep. And we're at full speed, Bob.
Right, Captain. Full speed ahead.
And have we completed our 90-degree turn?
All right, Captain. Full 90 degrees.
May have dove too early. because we're still a ways away from it.
Yep, I was about to. Eddie's at 90.
Yeah, my best guess is in the direction of 300. Like,
Yeah, hydrophone should be able to
290
pick it up.
Yeah, between
Bearing is
290.
310.
310.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
So let's see here. Do we still need to turn? Oh, we probably need to turn directly towards it, because.
Well, then we'll be heading towards where it is, not where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and give me 15 degrees right. I'm sorry, 15 degrees left. We'll just start heading directly right in front of it. See if we can get
Bearing now 330, Cap.
there. Okay. Let me know when we completed turn, Bob.
Set. Full speed to 070 magnetic.
15 degrees turn. It's still full speed, Captain.
Okay.
Bearing approximately 330 to 340, Cap.
Okay. Septic, what we're trying to do here is we want to try to close the distance, but be able to do it to where we get out in front of it. And then we're going to come to a complete stop so we can get all of our facts and figures on the ship. I'm giving them practice to do the recognition and speed. But I may have dove too early. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think we turned too late.
No, there's no such thing as too late, because too late means we got out way in front of it.
Yeah, we are way in front of it.
Which is great, because now we're heading towards it.
Yes.
We will meet up at some point, basically.
Yeah, it will cross our path, because it's just going to go in a straight line until it sees us.
Captain, permission to eat some of that? What was it? Fruitcake?
Oh no, that's a crumble cookie, a strawberry cheesecake crumble cookie, and I ate it already. Captain's prerogative. Yeah.
Captain, that was supposed to be for celebration.
Yeah, only closers get cheesecake.
Bearing still approximately 330 to 340, Cap.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think we're hitting just about perfect. You know what though? It's spooking me that we're so far out. So we are going to surface. Bob, go ahead and switch to diesels once we're on the surface.
I'm gonna try to get eyes on it on top.
Yeah, well, when I can't see it in the periscope, I get a little nervous that we're going to lose it. And then go ahead and start the compressor. So we're back up to full on compressor. Charge the batteries. So we're full on batteries when we start this, Bob.
Compressor's on.
Batteries are charging. Jeff.
Okay, set to diesels and go full speed ahead.
4,735.
Do you want me to above, Captain?
Yeah, I want John Uzo to check.
Yeah, join me.
Heading up.
Join me, Titan. Let's see if we can spot it. So let's see here. Last known location 330. Don't see it, Captain.
So looking at about 340, 330, somewhere in there.
Copy.
Are we full speed, Bob?
New bearing 319.
319. Okay, I still don't see it in the periscope, which is perfect because it's 320. It's about 40 degrees.
Holy shoot, there it is. Yeah. Confirmed it's about 320.
320,
whatever,
okay.
Titan said.
I'm still not seeing it in my scope.
All right, Captain. Batteries are full. Heading full speed.
Okay.
Full ahead.
What's the air at for compressor?
We are not moving.
What's our knots speed, Bob?
Turn the compressor on. Knots are climbing at 6.
Okay.
We are moving slowly.
Yeah. Well, he's got it at full speed. Just it takes
So
a
it
little
takes
bit
a-
to ramp up.
It takes
Yeah.
a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's not a race car.
No. It's a Volkswagen.
It's like a big Volkswagen.
It's a big wheel.
Jeez. It's a big RV with a.
All right. So
Guns on
we're passing 15 knots now. So we're heading there.
So
And where's the ship at? Bearing?
we are not going directly.
Constant
at it.
bearing at 319, Captain.
Yeah, we're kind of going like in front of it, but I don't know. They might turn or something, and then we'll lose sight of it again. Yeah, it's about 25% to the left. Or angle 25 to the left.
Do we have a bearing on the ship? From the Uzo?
Bearing 318, 319, Captain.
Okay. Right in there. Still don't see it. All right. Bob, give me another 20 degrees right. Or, I'm sorry, 20 degrees left.
Captain, I believe we may be moving parallel to the ship.
No,
Yeah.
not parallel. It's like an angle. It's
Okay.
yeah, you say it. So 20% to the left sounds perfect.
Oh, is it right there? Is that it? Yeah, that could be it.
Because it's
Right,
going so
heading-
slow, which we keep trying to get in front of it, but we are so fast that
Yeah, I
we're
just realized
pulling
that.
away from it every time we try to go in front of it.
All right, Captain. 20 degrees left.
Thank you. And I think I see it. Yes, I do.
You bearing 342,
Yep.
341.
All right. So we're gonna travel on this for a little bit longer, and then we're gonna drop down underwater, and we'll go to like slow speed when we get down, Bob. I don't remember how fast slow speed is.
So how do you turn on the air compressor, Captain? Looks like all this stuff is just for the bilge pump.
So the air compressor's all the way in the back.
But it does work. It's just very slow.
Yeah, and it's also very loud.
Yeah, you don't see the needle actually move.
It does move
Really?
But it's slow,
significantly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I've never seen
I
that.
saw it top out from 150 to 200 within like I think 15, 20 seconds.
Oh shoot! Then I did something not right. Because I want to see it move.
That's a rudder.
Yeah, 70 magnetic would put us right about there. Yeah, we'll be good.
So the air compressor needle is not moving. Is
Yeah,
there
yeah,
anything
'cause
else we
I'm-
need to do?
Figure out what's going on back here, Crunch.
Oh, is it on?
Do you know what?
The left-hand switch?
Now it's on.
It'll be loud when it's on. You will know.
Yeah.
Oh, it is moving. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Found it, Captain.
Yeah. It's
Found
amazing.
the lever, Captain.
It's amazing what happens. It's like the car's not moving. Oh wait,
Right.
we should start the car.
Ignition. The
Pull the
thing.
lever. Wrong lever.
Electrical. Don't need to turn on electrical.
It's the key thing that you turn.
No, it's all a button now. Oh. Key fob activated.
All right, so
this.
we are. Let's see.
Yeah, still see it. It's
Vertical.
still. It is moving.
Okay, we're at
so
100%.
slow.
Shut the compressor off.
All right, Captain. Off. Gotta unzoom because I can't see him.
All right, like 2. 18. Oh, yeah, we gotta figure out what kind of ship it is.
So this seems like a
Oh,
good
crunch is a
angle,
little low.
Captain. We're only like 10% to the right of it, going straight, and it's going forward. So we're gonna meet it in a few minutes. We're gonna be straight in front of it while it's moving forward towards us on the left side.
Yep. So go ahead and set. Where are you at, Crunch?
I can be wherever you want me. Like, do you want to set the?
I was going to say, let's go ahead and set angle about
zeros?
90, and it's going to be 90 right.
Let me see, 90 right. Confirmed.
Okay. And do we have somebody on the observation scope once we go underneath to? I want to do. Well, unless you think you can do ship recognition now.
Working on that right now, Captain.
Okay.
Set. Then when out front enough, submerge and close.
I have aft engine placement, split superstructure. I do believe it is no islands. Difficult to tell at this distance. With the mast, and funnel.
Okay. Somebody want to put that in the ship's recognition? I'm not. I'm going to let you guys do it because I've done it.
So
I want you guys to get comfortable at it. So he's going to tell you what he sees, and you put it in. So it's a merchant ship.
I see front mast. I see superstructure in the middle. It looks like a crane. And then like another structure with the engine. I forget the word.
So there's funnel, mast, and crane, basically.
Yeah, so it looks like mast.
And it goes
center,
from the front of the ship
superstructure.
to the back
Yeah.
in that
So
order.
like mast, superstructure in the middle, crane. And what
Mast,
was
So
that?
crane,
crane is the one that has the 90-degree horizontal bar between
Yes.
two bars, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
That
this
is-
one looks
Definitely
Yes,
a crane.
that is a crane.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see here.
All right. Is there anybody on deck?
I'm currently on deck.
Me too.
Okay. Yeah,
I
that's
have
right.
no classifications for two.
King mast or king pin, king something. I call it
mast,
a crane.
crane, and funnel do not show up at all.
Okay.
I do believe the two attached ones are a crane or a mast.
Man, we got to really zoom. We're at full speed, right, Bob?
Aye, Captain. Full speed ahead.
It is pulling away from us.
Is it
It
slightly?
is not moving towards us, Captain. If I'm seeing the angle on the ship right, it is moving away from us. We may
What's the
need
bearing?
bearing is 344.
Okay, there it is. Yeah. And do you think it's angling away from us?
I believe it is angling away from us, Captain.
All right. But we're at full speed already, though. We just got to get out in front of it. And we're angling towards it. Give me, Bob, 20 degrees right. No, 10 degrees right. Give me 10 degrees right.
You want to use the Uzo? It'll give you a clearer picture. Crunch, that way you can double check my work
sorry.
here.
Sorry, what?
You want to use the Uzo? That way you can double check my work. You have a
No,
clearer.
I can see
sight.
it on my binoculars.
Aye, Captain. 10
Okay.
degrees right.
Thank you.
So yeah, mast, center, crane.
And we're going to try this again. We're going to try to get out in front of it, and then we'll dive, turn 90 degrees, and wait for it.
It might be a Type 6. Heavy freighter Type 6. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
So engine placement
Titan.
aft, superstructure split.
Mm-hmm.
No islands.
Think about getting parallel soon.
Looks like there's an island in the back, right?
I believe it might have a middle island and a front island. Middle and front islands
Yeah, it has a
potentially,
middle island.
and
And
I believe that is a.
then, yeah, F. Wait. No.
You got identification yet?
No, no island in the back. If you look at heavy freighter type 6, I think that's the one.
The Harry Mock says split.
I could be wrong.
No identification yet, Captain. We're still pretty far off. Cannot see the islands
All right.
clearly.
Well, we're still angling towards it.
Yeah, I don't see any island in the back. But we're pretty far away.
LPappy_2023 says, if you ever wonder what it would be like to see Boo's minions planning a fight,
Thanks, Bob.
So it looks like it's almost stopped. It's going super slow. We are moving towards it, in front of it.
All
What do
right.
you think, Titan? What ship do you think it is?
I think that. I don't believe that's a middle island.
So what do you define? What is your definition with a middle island?
Yeah, it's when it's got the side that goes up a little bit, so it's not flush with the rest of the ship.
Oh, right. So in the middle of the ship, do you see that big structure, like the captain's building?
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah.
All right. Give me another. I think that's about as close as we're going to get on the surface. Give me another 10 degrees to the right, Bob.
So the structure in the middle, what do you define that with? What do you think that is? Because that looks like where the people are like steering the boat.
10 degrees right.
10 degrees right, we're not even pulling away from it. It's on our left, Captain.
Well, what do you guys think? You got to.
I think it's a Type 6. Heavy
Do you
freighter.
concur?
still closing, tell him to chill. Septimanian said,
There it is.
I am not seeing a Type 6. Can I get what your results are entered in as?
Right, so Titan, the big, like, I don't know, building in the middle. What do you call that? Where the captain is actually steering the boat.
So that's part of the superstructure.
That's a superstructure.
So would you agree it has a superstructure in the middle?
Yes, it's split.
Yes, it's a split superstructure. Yes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you see, yeah, so what I see in the front is mast, superstructure in the middle,
Right.
and then crane, and then just the engine in the back.
And then the funnel.
Yeah, the funnel in the back. Do you see anything else?
Well, I see a front and mid island.
I see something in the front, but it looks like shipping crates. I don't
You're
think,
right, Harry. I'm just letting them figure it out.
I don't think that counts as
a what?
As a structure in the front.
No, it's not a structure. It's an island in the front, is it not?
Is it?
Yeah, your superstructure is the captain and the funnel combined. So if they're together, it's not split. But if they're split, then it's the other one.
Yeah, so those the structure, like the captain's cabin and the funnel, those are not related to the islands.
Right. The islands are the indents that they're like raises in the ship's superstructure.
So like the outer rim of the hull, basically, the part that goes up, if it isn't flush, it's an island. So all of that black section, if it's flush, it has 0 islands. The front looks to have an island, and the middle looks to have an island.
Interesting.
All right. Go ahead and come in, guys. I'm gonna dive us. But I need to know. So you guys are pretty much in agreement that it's the Type 7 or whatever? If you are, lock it in so I can see it, so I can see the stats. Once you got the ship identified, then hit that bottom button and lock it in.
I don't think it's a 7. It might be a 25.
And you can adjust, you can readjust it as we get closer. But I'm going to dive us and turn us. And then we're gonna then we're just gonna move ahead
25
slow.
25 or 26.
I
think that makes sense.
That means 6,000 meters. Be careful.
Yep.
But I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like here.
The helmsman says dive left 45 grade speed.
Yep. That's what I'm gonna do. Are you guys in?
What do you think, Titan? What type? No pressure.
Well, this is a practice, but we got it. We got to do this. We got to do this. We got lots of people watching us, and some of them are great sub captains too, because they're already telling us our distance, the whole bit.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like a bunch of people that know exactly what it is.
All right, are you guys inside the sub?
No.
I am inside, Captain.
All right, let's clear the decks.
This is fun.
Go ahead and I'll submerge the boat.
Everybody's in?
I'm going to go to periscope depth. Bob, go to electrics, and I want you to go as fast as you can. All right, we're diving the boat. Hopefully you guys close the hatch.
Hatch is closed.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's leaking a little, but it's okay.
Oh yeah, I know. We're gonna get really close though. Just for
So is great speed better than full speed, Captain? I don't understand that.
what's that?
Is great speed better than full?
No, it's the very last one. So full speed.
Right. I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Great speed is just below it. Full speed is fastest.
All right, Captain. Electrics on full. The head full on top of that.
Yeah. All right. And then, where the hell did it go? There it is. 270. Okay, we're almost perfect. Okay, Bob, give me 45 degrees left. Did you guys decide on a type yet?
Heavy freighter Type 6, Captain.
Okay. What is the mast height?
Mast height is 41 meters, Captain.
Okay. And the length of the ship?
145 meters.
Thank you.
Ship bearing 325 to 330.
Yeah, we're still in our turn.
Hey, Captain, 45 degrees left rudder.
Okay. Now we're on intercept course with it, guys. We're gonna do some more maneuvering here, or some more practice. I am on the AP, I believe. Yes. So somebody needs to get on the observation scope.
I can do that.
Well, Crunch, I'm gonna need you to put the TDC information in.
Alright.
So
I put
let
TDC.
Titan get on the OP.
Heading up, Captain.
No, the OP is the one down on main deck.
Oh, okay. The one right here.
The
Got it.
observation, yeah, the observation periscope. Do you know how to raise it?
It should just be
Negative.
W
Okay,
and S.
so when you're looking at your map desk, on the right-hand side of the map desk is a lever. Push that lever, and that'll raise the scope.
Oh, I've been wondering where that is. Where's that thing?
Yeah, he can.
Map?
Okay, I
But
have
we have
lower.
we have a full-time helmsman.
I have a lower. I don't have a.
Oh, I see it. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. That's when it's down. I need to
Yep.
use that to put it up. Got it. Ship bearing 318.
Yep. All right. So this is where you can refine your ship recognition.
I
And
concur
so,
with Type 6.
okay, Type 6 it is. Did you lock it in?
Yes.
Okay. Why am I not seeing it on the list of identified ships? So you see the button when you do your identify once you've got it? You see that button down at the bottom of the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, that locks it in. There we go. Now it's Type 6. Okay, perfect.
Added, Captain.
Yep, 145 and 41.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
She's a big mama.
Yeah.
She's gonna sink.
Only if we have our way with her.
All right, Bob, give me another.
That's right.
Um,
Set draft 5 meters.
give me 20 degrees left.
Hey, Captain, 20 degrees left.
The Harry Set. Good call, Captain. Septimania. Set. 6.
All our 4 torpedoes are loaded and are long range.
Okay, and we're on salvo,
Confirmed.
and we're on AP, because I'm at
Confirmed.
the action. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, there
Yes.
we go. All right.
Hey,
340.
Captain, 20 degrees
Okay.
left rudder.
All right. So enter in the TDC 70 ship length.
1 second. 70 confirmed.
And what do we have for a spread?
We have all 4 torpedoes.
No. I don't remember what it's called. I'm sorry. It's
Also
spread
like 1 and
angle.
4.
Spread angle.
Right, angle. Okay, 1 second.
Set spread angle to about 4.
Spread angle. I can't change it.
Oh, you can't change it? I thought
No.
you could.
Yeah, I did before, but it's locked in.
Oh.
It might be because it's on spread.
Oh, maybe that might be it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
No, it's,
We'll leave
it's
it at
still
that.
locked in.
I got to give you. Angle on bow is going to be 90 degrees right.
The Harry
9 degrees right.
Side to left.
Confirmed.
Yeah, it's tied to the length. Yeah, thank you, Harry. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure exactly. All right, Bob, we still at full speed?
Hi, Captain, ahead full.
Okay.
We're at a little bit over 7 knots.
All right. Do we want to try and guess speed of ship? You guys want to do that? We're pretty close to parallel or perpendicular, so we should be able to get a good accurate ship speed. If so, Bob, go ahead and come to all stop.
The Howie Monk said, "Do
All right, Captain, all stop.
Let me know when we're at 0 knots. Getting crunchy time. Gotta get them out salt and vinegar
Crunchy
chips.
time.
It's crunchy
I
time.
know. Time to boom boom.
One knot.
Or not to nut.
Ship
That's the
length
question.
145.
Yes, that we can turn on.
The
Sorry
what?
about that.
Turn off what?
Cancel. Sorry, I instinctively pressed on my button.
Why is
Which
our
button?
air supply is at 40%?
Yeah, air supply's low, Captain. Come on, sweetheart. Stop, please.
Uh-oh. Are we hitting it?
Are we at 0 knots yet?
Not yet, Captain.
Oh boy.
Septimania said, "You need
Come
to
on,
use
Schwartz.
118 method."
Oh, that's a great angle.
0 knots, Captain.
0 knots. All right. Checking speed. And now.
I'm guessing it's going around 6. Let's see if I'm right.
Septimania said, "No need
I didn't do the
no
calculation.
need speed,
Calculation. I just watched
one
it.
division."
See if I can like get close.
Why? Our compressed air is really dying. Why?
Oh my god! I just saw that 30%.
Said,
Jeez,
"Explain that, Sam."
how did that happen? Oh,
We
did
may
we
need
to
forget to
surface,
shut
Captain.
it off?
What's that?
Do we need to surface?
No. We'll get spotted if we surface.
Oh
And
boy.
Septimania said, "Just
Time.
wide distance
This
from
is
the
red
55.
October all over again.
Don't turn on the bilge pump crunch.
I'm not touching anything.
time in seconds." The Howie
All right.
Monk, that's it.
5.2 for ship speed.
Ooh, I was close. 5.2 confirmed.
Okay, go ahead and give us a head all full, Bob. I want to get closer. And I'll give you a range here in a minute.
Thank you.
Get a knot.
The head full, Captain.
Thank you. How's our batteries?
Batteries are at 7 kilowatt hours.
Okay.
Batteries are better than the oxygen.
The Howie Monk said, "Never mind." The Howie Monk said, "I get it." Septimania said, "But stop, just count the seconds and see how much horizontal increment the T gives to the Seco NDD."
It's getting choppy out there.
Yeah. So I'm going to say range
Just enter the resulting
2.
speed. This is his lateral
20.
speed, not its real speed. Septimania. 10. Then you are at its right.
40.
Septimania. 10. So 90 right. It's an AOB 90 method. Septimania. 10. Just AOB 90 left or right. Septimania. 10. Enter the distance and shore. Septimania.
All right, you're on hydrophones,
Just magical.
Titan.
Negative. Still on the periscope, Captain.
Okay. What's our bearing?
Bearing to ship is 1344. 344.
344. Got it.
Oof.
She's moving very slow.
Yeah. Yes, Captain.
Well, it's 5 knots, and what are we doing, Bob?
Over 7, Captain. Slightly
Okay.
over 7.
Septimania. 10. It just W works for one ship cause every ships in the convoy have a different lateral speed.
What do you think is range, Captain?
I'm guessing right now. Let's see, vertical. We're on horizontal. That's a little over 4. So 8,300, 8,310.
Three,
And then
83. So that is travel speed 5 minutes for a torpedo.
yeah,
For impact. Ooh.
Septimania.
that's why I want to get it closer.
Yeah. What do you think is angle of bow?
Funny. Need 30 speed. The Howley Moth. 10. That's a wash refill there. You're going to run out of fat before you burn.
Yeah, and I don't know why we're running out of air so fast.
I think we forgot to shut it off when we dove.
We forgot to shut the compressor off? I thought we did.
No, I
We
don't
cut the
think so.
compressor off. We forgot
Yeah.
to turn off the bilge pump that was on running the whole time.
Oh,
The pump.
The Howley Moth.
yeah, it's off now, right?
Oh, yeah, it's off now, Captain.
We turned it off when we were.
Yeah, the bilge pump, yeah, it uses air.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's an
that.
air-operated pump.
Where's that pump?
That's the one right in the control area.
Right here. Crunch.
One second. Yeah, that's
This
this
one.
thing.
Yeah.
Is there any other valves?
Damn it.
Or is that,
We're not getting closer. We're getting further away.
Oh shoot.
All right, I'm going to snapshot. So you got the range set.
Range.
Okay, give me angle. Give me angle on bow of 100.
Please don't forget my
Right.
100 right.
hit the subscribe
Confirmed.
button. It's free. HTTPS.
All right, and we're salvo shot.
www.
Salvo confirmed. Salvo shot.
So what we're
1,
going to do,
4.
because we're at, what's our air at? Oh,
Oh,
I
boy.
can't shoot. God damn it, I can't shoot salvo.
There's
So
something
go to
wrong
a single
with the
shot.
salvo. Roger.
Tube
single
1.
Shot 1 confirmed.
I still can't fire. You got me on AP, right?
AP confirmed. Everything's looking good.
Why can I not fire a tube?
So right now I have target speed
Yeah.
5, torpedo
Yep.
depth 2, range 83, length 70.
Oh, is the range? Oh, you got the range set way too far.
Okay.
So, let's say 20. So it's at 70. Oh, it is 75.
Yeah,
I gotta
pretty
have
far
that
away.
right. 75. Am I reading that right? It's two septimonians.
What do you have as tools?
Well, I think it's our distance.
Septimania. Said.
It's a steam torpedo. Yeah, but is 40 the range, or is it the on the scale on the right? Is 40 the range, or is it is how you getting 40? It's only two tick marks down.
Septimania.
It is a steam torpedo that is at 1.
9,000 meters.
We only
I'm
have steam
not getting how you're
torpedoes.
getting that. If you look at this vertical distance table that I've got up on the left of my screen, and you set it to the top of the mast height, it is like 2.5 ticks. So that would be like between 20 and 30, right?
Can I not unload
So that would
torpedoes?
say it's
Said. 25 equals 6,013 meters.
okay, but how are you doing the math on that? Because I thought you used this distance table, and then whatever height. So you set the mast height to 41, which it's set, and then when you're looking at the scale, do you?
The Howie Moth. Said. Mast HT left column.
Right, mast height. Oh. What? No, I thought you set the. Okay, so if you look above the 6x, it says 41 meters. I set that height to whatever I want, right? So there's 41 meters. That's what the ship recognition said too.
Septimania.
And then it's 1, 2.
Something on 10, 20, 30, 40. The Howie Moth. Said. This T column X10.
Times 10. So I'm 2 tick marks from the top of the mast to the
Septimania. Said. Then look at the snap. What height is then set? The Howie Moth. Said. You can also use SMKE stack.
smokestack. I didn't think the smokestack was as tall as the. So you're saying the left column is actually the distance? I thought it was the right column was the distance because that's what's changing. I thought the left column was the tick marks on how high the mast. When you see it in your tick marks, it's 2 tick marks, so 20.
Forget to leave just a little up.
And I could be wrong.
You count as a viewer and thanks for your support. The Howie Moth. Said. Get smokestack height from shiphead chart. Streamlabs. Said.
Yeah, but I'm talking about this chart that is in my periscope. That's the one I want to use. I set that one. I can go horizontal and vertical.
For only $4.
Horizontal, I am 4 tick marks, which would be the 4 degrees. So it's showing it's 83.1, and that's times 10 would be 8,310 meters away. So if that's right, set range to 8,000.
The Howie
Roger, 1 second.
Yes.
Let's see here.
It's 8,300.
8,000
So it's
would be 80.
would be
correct?
correct.
Okay, 8,000 confirmed.
All right, and let's do a shot and see what happens.
Let's see what
I still can't shoot a torpedo.
Limited range.
Let me try something. Let me do.
You have a
range-
steam torpedo,
8.
right?
Yes. Let me do range 8. Try to fire now. That
So
worked.
so the 80 is 80,000 meters, and the 8
thought we had
is
to
8,000
time it.
meters.
I thought we had to time it with 100. We have to time it with 1,000.
I don't know what's the runtime.
Impact 35 seconds.
Yeah, see that ain't right. It's going to take longer for 35 seconds. It's so far out there.
Yeah, right. It must be 80.
So see,
times
that's what I don't
100.
get.
Wait, that Captain.
Yeah,
There's this red little flashy light bulb. Remember that thing?
yeah.
It actually lights up at 75. If I go down to 70, it says we can fire.
Well, we did. Go ahead and give me torpedo 2. And we're still full speed ahead, Bob.
Torpedo
Captain.
2.
Okay.
We'll change.
Select it.
She's.
1
Still not
second.
moving though.
We
are
have 0
range-
knots.
We're at 7 knots.
Okay, 7 knots. Yeah,
Alright,
that's only
so
2 knots faster than this ship.
It will only allow to fire at range 68. Single shot. Tube 2 ready.
The Harry Mock sent. By the time the torque covers this to where target.
We can let me try to. Do you want me to try salvo? See if that works.
What is the battery level now?
What's our battery life, Bob?
Battery is at 3 kilowatt hours.
3,000 watts.
Time to impact is 5 minutes and 8 seconds. So that sounds correct.
Air's doing good, Captain. We're still slightly above 50%.
We are good to go.
All right. I don't think the torpedo's going to hit.
Well, we're pretty far away, so it's a tough shot.
Yeah, but we fired a steam torpedo, which has a range of 14,000. We're at 8,000.
Correct. So we are in range of the torpedo.
If we got a range right, I don't understand this ranging. Ranging with the
Yeah.
scope. So we're at 3.5.
Yeah, they only wants to fire at 68. Wait,
Range.
6,800. If I go to like 6,900, it won't. It won't.
It won't
fire.
allow us to fire.
Yeah.
What's our angle?
Um,
Should be 90 degrees right.
9 degrees right. So that might help it a little. Let's see. It helped a little. Now we can fire at 7,000 range.
Okay, give me torpedo 3 and go ahead. We're gonna surface and go full speed ahead, and then Titan, why don't you jump on the deck gun as soon as we get close enough? We'll. I don't think we're gonna hit this damn thing.
Copy,
Oh.
Cap.
We're like 5 minutes away, though. A lot of things can happen in 5 minutes, Captain.
I agree. I agree. My
You're doing a good
runtime
job.
my runtime right now is 3 minutes 40 seconds. So if we're gonna hit
Time
it
to
5
use,
minutes,
Captain, time to use the bathroom on the submarine, please. Have 4.5 minutes, right?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Cap. Be right back.
That's what leftover Mountain Dew bottles are for.
Captain, let's go. You gotta be careful with that, though, Captain. You must label properly.
Yeah, she's starting to angle away too.
Set.
She is, Captain.
For your torpedo.
Yep, I think he did too. He's starting to angle away.
We should probably start giving chase. It is now
Yep.
moving away from us.
All right, we're gonna surface. Surface, surface, surface. As soon as we're there, Bob, go full speed on the diesels. We're gonna get so close to his butt that when Titan shoots it,
Depth run time.
yep.
Ground 1066. Set.
I want to see what they had for breakfast.
You are reading the table correct. Left side is ticks on the periscope.
Let me know when we're surfaced, Captain.
Distance in hectometers. I believe. I'm no expert.
See, and I agree with you too, Dan. And then it's so like if you're looking at the 40 mark, it's 9.4, and you'd add 2 zeros to it because it's 100. So it would be 9,400 meters away, and you'd set your range at 9 on your TDC.
9,400.
Yeah. That's the way I've been reading it. So I think that's correct. It when you switch between the horizontal, of course now he's turning back the other way too. All right, we're surfaced, full speed ahead, Bob. On diesels.
Aye, Captain. Full speed.
And we need to go as soon as I find him again.
Bearing is 360.
Yeah.
355.
Yeah. So give me 10 degrees left rudder.
Hey, Captain, 10 degrees left.
We're gonna go right up his bum. And we're at full great speed.
10 degrees left rudder. Full speed, Captain, ahead.
All right.
Full ludicrous speed, Captain.
Let's charge battery and start the compressor, please. We're just going to get in for the deck gun kill. Can't hit with the torpedo.
Need me on the deck gun now, Captain?
Set. Any water in the bilge to take care of while you are at it.
What's our bilge level?
Down 1066.
Bilge level is 50.
Is that in
Okay, go ahead and pump bilge out. Yeah, we have bilge
Pumping.
level in this. Yeah.
the Howie Moss? Set. Bells deeper than port.
Right, Harry? Okay, compressed air is coming up.
I'm a U-boat player myself.
Oh, yeah.
Say I'll pick this one up.
Dude, pick it up. I'm telling you, this is way more fun than U-boat. This is so much more realistic. When you can play with other guys at different stations, it's a totally different feeling.
The Howie Moss. Set. Mistake with
Back from the submarine bathroom.
Yep, I
experience.
agree with you, Harry.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night.
Hey, thanks a lot for that follow, Dan.
Put on women's
That's not a good
clothing.
experience.
By the way, guys,
Hang around in bars.
don't forget, all my streams are uploaded to YouTube. Please, if you would. It's one of the last things you can do in this world that is absolutely free is hit that follow button on Twitch and that subscription button over on YouTube. I've got like 540 followers over on YouTube, and I think I passed my goal here. I did by 2, so I'll be setting a new goal for our follower goal, but I really appreciate that. Trust me. for more great content. We've got a great gaming group here with the Mahula Family.
Don't forget Type 7 was a surface submarine type.
Now, what do you mean by a surface submarine type? I know the Type 7 was the one that had the rear facing torpedo. I know that was a thing.
Set the manual. Set. Guide for escapee.
Yeah. All right. Bob, give me 10 degrees right rudder. He's starting to zigzag.
I think he sees us, Captain.
Yeah, he sees us. Or did. I even may make a torpedo shot when we get closer.
Now the submarine's guide is soon out to harbor.
All right,
Oh
Captain,
yeah,
10 degrees
real
right
life
rudder.
submarines. Oh, absolutely. I was in the Navy, but I was on an aircraft carrier.
And never surfacing.
Yeah. That's the difference between nuclear power and diesel.
Set the
All right, compressors at 90.
just the opposite.
I'm wondering if it'll explode if you overcompress it.
What's just the opposite?
It will implode.
Implosions.
Oh, you mean opposite of the way they did things in World War II? Yeah, absolutely. The modern Navy submarine is far more sophisticated than these subs here.
And the new submarines just drive itself. That's what I heard.
They don't drive themselves. I mean, you still have the navigation that you have to do, your underwater chart keeping, and so on and so forth. But they have, like if you watch Hunt for Red October, they have hyper accurate surveys of underwater, so they know where obstructions are at and valleys and crevices and stuff like that. They know exact. The charts have all the depths on them, so you don't need to do any of that. God, why are we? What are we traveling at, Bob?
I know
What
this ship
speed?
is going crazy fast. Unless we are slow, but it says we full, so I don't know.
Why are we only doing 6 knots, Bob? Are we still on electric? Go to diesel.
I did. Come on, sweetheart.
All right, now we're on diesel. Bilge pump is off.
Man, I gotta check all my crew.
Gotta be on them. Gotta be on them, Captain.
There's diesel sound. I hear it now.
I guess
was up with
Bob
that.
gonna-
Dan, that's why
Fires
it's so
around
much
him
fun to play
here.
with people. Just right there. Now, Bob, every once in a while, he'll throw it in reverse too. Just to
Hey,
make sure,
I like to throw it in reverse.
That happened
What's
earlier.
up with it?
good.
I don't know what's wrong with you guys.
just to make sure we're paying attention.
It's confusing the enemy. I think it's a good tactic.
It is. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, we have a great gaming group with the Mahula Family.
You guys have fun. It's just the most important.
Yes, exactly. We have fun on all of our multiplayer games. We're falling so far behind. All right, we need. We're actually, course, we're doing pretty good. We're only 6 degrees off, and he's zigzagging. So
If you want to see this,
All right, Captain, we're
I'm on the
at
deck
17
gun,
knots
Captain.
now.
yeah, that's more like it. I was like, why are we not getting closer to this dude?
So I guess there's like a limit of speed on the electric, huh?
Yeah, electric max speed, even on the surface, is only like 7, 8 knots.
7 knots. Okay, got it.
LUL.
But 18 knots on the surface. All right. Titan, where are you at? Are you on the deck gun yet?
I am on the deck gun.
Okay.
Deck gun, Captain.
All right, awesome.
So we should be able to sink this, right?
Huh?
Like it will sink
No,
this
it
ship?
doesn't have any armaments on it at all.
Oh, okay.
It is just strictly a merchant vessel. That's why I picked this one. It's really, really simple. As far as, it doesn't have... Well, okay, I'm saying simple as far as it doesn't have any escorts, so we don't have to worry about that. The merchant ships are not armed, so we don't have to worry about that. So we can literally get up really close and then use the deck gun and destroy it. It's going to take quite a few hits. But
So I'm just saying because I have about 2 hours left.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
if we want to try to actually do a mission where there's
we can't even
Relationship?
complete this one, Crunch.
Yeah, because I have to call it as soon as we sink
have
this
plenty
guy.
opportunities, but we'll just practice.
Well,
I feel like we're ready for like real time.
I don't think
That's
we
what you said
are.
the first
I
time.
don't know where you're getting this information there, Crunch.
I think we're doing. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think that word means what you think
Yeah,
it means.
I don't think so.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't think you understand the difficulty we're having here.
I think I have great confidence. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I have confidence in us too, but just not right now.
Well, that's not good to hear, Captain.
I mean, it's your second time playing, and it's Titan's first time playing. It's Bob's third. Bob and I sat and played around with it for a while. It took us 2.5 hours just to get the sub to move forward because we didn't realize we had to turn the diesels on.
Titan isn't natural. Like when we were like identifying that ship, he was spot on that.
Yeah. So see, that's what I'm saying. That's why we need to do these sessions so we can get better at, quicker at identifying, understanding the difference between an island and a superstructure. Understanding what a superstructure is, and then most importantly, the king posts and the mass.
I'm sorry, Captain. I think the
Yes,
most
it is.
important thing
Captain
whether we're
_ Adonis is my YouTube channel. It's also in the link for the stream. You should be able to link to it from there too. And I appreciate that. I really do. I mean,
disagree, Captain.
what?
I disagree. I think the most important thing we got to learn is whether we're on electric or diesel.
Or going forward and reverse?
Forward or backwards? Yeah.
All reverse.
I think forward and reverse is more important than whether it's electric or diesel.
All right, give me about 7 degrees left, please.
We're going right up the butt of the.
We're gonna butt shoot this guy.
Sounds perfect.
Hey, Captain, 7 degrees left.
Thank you.
Or give or take.
Well, he's zigzaggy now, so it's going to change left and right. But I think at some point, if I don't keep changing direction, he's going to continue in one direction and just keep trying to get away from us. I mean, we are gaining on him.
Yes.
Because I can see him. I can see him without zooming my scope in now. We're going to get close enough to that deck that you're going to be able to just pick up a shell and throw it at him and hit it.
That's great. They're all locked and loaded.
All right, so let's go over our TDC. I want give me a 0 or 180 degree TDC. Yeah, prepare to board. Grab your weapons
Boarding
and
party is ready.
prepare to board.
180.
Wait for the
angle to
word.
bow.
Huh?
Angle to bow.
Yeah, angle to bow, 180.
Confirmed.
Hey everyone, please don't forget my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe.
Yeah, give us another 7 degrees left, Bob.
All right, Captain.
She's turning, Captain.
Yep.
Oh, she sees us.
Oh wait, no, zero it out, Bob.
Yeah, she's
He's
turning
turning
to
to the
starboard.
right. Yep. Thank you, Titan, for using starboard.
Yeah.
That's why it really pisses me off that the angle to bow says left and right. They got the
Yeah,
colors right, but it should be port and starboard. Yeah,
No, I should say the right thing.
yeah,
They
it should.
goofed. Well, I mean, if in the game they goofed, I mean, you're allowed to say it either way at that point.
Correct. But I don't know that. The German U-boat fleet on their TDC if it. Cause so I watched a couple of submarine shows over the weekend.
Of course you did.
Yeah, of course I did. And the one that's most accurate to this type vessel is U571. If you guys have not seen U571, I don't
Put
think
that
it's
in
out
the-
on any streaming. You have to buy it,
Oh.
but it is definitely a movie worth getting. Basically, an American submarine captures a German submarine because they're trying to get the Enigma machine, the coding machine. And their sub ends up getting blown up, and so they're stuck in the German submarine. But you look at the controls inside that sub compared to in this game, and they are almost identical. It is scary.
Nice.
Oh, I have it down here, so I'll try
Yep,
to.
U571.
Okay.
I thought that was the most accurate for this type ship. I mean, you see the helm station and all the gauges are right there, and the dive officer's got all of his. I mean, it's like crazy.
Okay, that would be super helpful.
Yeah. And I think it's on. I got it on iTunes. I picked it up on iTunes. I think it was like $20. I don't think it was that expensive for a show.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right, now
It's
she's
turning to the left.
Yep. Oh, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. You think he's turning left?
Yes.
It is moving to our starboard even further and further now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give us
Yep.
10 degrees right or 10 degrees left rudder.
He is making
Yes,
a
aye, Captain. 10 rubber.
full left turn, Captain.
Yeah. Well, he's zigzagging, so he's going left.
Yes.
He's going right, and we just got to get close enough to intercept him.
Can I get a distance?
So if you want to try a couple of shots,
Yeah, you just we just read each other's minds. Can I get a distance?
Let's go vertical. Let's go. That's one. Let's see. I'm going to say the mast is sitting right about there. So 1, 2.5. So I'm going to say you're about 60. So 6,000 yards.
6,000.
See what it does.
Confirmed.
Aye.
See, he's turning to the right. He's not turning left.
He's turning starboard now, yes.
He did do left, but now he's,
Yeah.
I guess he's changing.
I'm not seeing where they're hitting.
Believe I'm drawing blanks here.
I see the
I'm
shell
not
go
even
out.
seeing the shell go out. Hang on one second.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see the shell go out, but I'm not seeing an impact.
It might still
Yeah.
hit, but we might be too far.
Oh, you don't
away
think it's that
for
far?
the game. Well, the game might not be able to render
Okay.
it. Wait, I saw something there, I think. Let me see. Let me.
Yeah,
one
1,
sec.
2,
Let me
3.
go above.
So that's 5. That's 50.
Oh, I saw the splash.
Splash down. It was too far.
All right, cut your
Far
distance
farther.
down. Yeah,
Cutting down to
go ahead.
5,000.
I was going to say, go ahead and
Oh,
even
you're close.
shorter then, and then start walking it out.
You're hitting on the right side. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
you're just
super
hitting
close there.
super close
Go
there.
right
So
through.
that's the right distance.
Oh, right in front of it. You're hitting right in front of it.
Oh, that one might hit. That one might hit.
Oh, there's a hit.
Contact.
Right in front.
Nice.
Good shot.
Give me 10 degrees left, Bob.
Aye, Captain.
Fire at will.
Still don't know who Will is, but
Yeah, I don't know who Will is.
He's on that ship, and I'm gonna get him.
Oh, that was just over him. That was just shy. So right in between there. Oh,
Ooh.
just shy again.
So
Oh, so close. I think I might have it.
Yeah, it was a hit. Another hit.
That's like really
Now
practical.
you got him zeroed in. What do you got for range? What are you shooting at range?
Range is 3,800, and I'm shooting just
Okay.
above the horizon line.
Okay.
If we are able to hit ships like this distance with that cannon, that would be super helpful
Oh yeah,
in combat.
but so is it- the
situations.
destroyers can do the same thing,
Yeah, that's true. That's how they keep killing us.
right?
We're getting too greedy.
Oh, there's some smoke.
Oh.
There's some smoke.
With the smoke,
There's water.
Yeah.
there's water. Yes.
Hit again. Nice. So we actually managed to get one of the destroyers that was sailing towards us, smoking with this cannon. But we hit it like 6-7 times. It was still.
All right, let's
sailing,
make
but
a
it's trouble.
torpedo shot.
Okay. One down below.
So, on your ranging, notice how the mast is much higher than the crane.
I think
You
somebody
want to try
Yeah.
the
mentioned
salvo?
like 3 shells.
See if we can get that.
So
to work.
I'm gonna say we're 4. So I'm gonna say range is 37.6.
Now you've got to try with several
30.
ships and escort.
Oh yeah, definitely.
7
Oh,
confirmed.
is it lipstick?
And angle of bow is we're gonna go. Well, he's turning. Let's just keep it at 180.
180.
And you got me a tube. What kind of torpedo?
Let's see here what we got.
Is it electric?
Let me check. Long range.
'Kay.
Tube 1.
All right, I'm gonna take a shot. And what was runtime?
4 minutes and 44 seconds.
Okay.
Ooh, nice hit.
Okay, second tube is also steam. Oh, she's smoking now.
Second tube, negative.
Okay.
Tube 3 is steam.
Okay, give me tube 3.
Tube 3 confirmed.
And give me an angle on bow of 120. Range.
Angle bow right.
Yeah.
Okay. Angle bow right 20. 120 confirmed.
Okay. And what was runtime again? What'd you say?
4 minutes and 17 seconds.
I don't think we got the range right.
Range right now is at 35.
35, yeah.
Do you want
Oh,
to
she's starting to list.
Yeah, I saw that before.
She's like,
Yeah.
something's coming towards me.
I just want to hit once with a torpedo, damn it.
Yeah, like it's good.
Should I
practice
stop
to
shooting?
shoot-
No, keep shooting.
Okay.
It's good practice to shoot at this range, because that would be ideal if you can sink some of the destroyers, or at least like hit some of the destroyers.
The game will pop up and say you've sunk the ship, and it'll stop and say, do you want to keep continuing or do you want to quit?
Oh, okay.
Once we've sunk
cool.
the ship, yeah.
Eventually, he says, yeah.
If you want to see this content,
Oh, yeah, the ship is not looking good.
give up
I
one
don't
It's
think
taking
he
you
has
like,
a lot of
it's taking
time
like a
left.
chance,
As
though.
he flames, as he smokes.
right? It's still hanging in there.
She's on
Whoa.
fire
Oh,
now.
isn't it a lot of flames now? Oh my god, look at that.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
There it is.
Ah!
Alright, let's do a mission with destroyers.
I
No,
gotta call
Titan's
it gear
got
myself.
to go, and I do
it.
too.
Do it.
But
Next time then.
return to port. Look at that.
congratulations.
Thanks. It was all our gunner. because
We
we
would have
fired 4
eventually-
torpedoes and had a 0% hit ratio.
Well, it's all practice. So, just gotta start somewhere.
Hey, gotta start somewhere. I agree.
Lost my mouse again. Oh, there it is. Escape apparently.
4 hours later. And it wasn't 4 hours. It was
Yeah.
3 hours and 22 minutes.
Yeah, and this mission said that we were.
We did it
3:34
under
for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You started about 20 minutes before I did. So,
Well, I propose, Captain, that next time we play, we should fight against destroyers.
yes. If you guys feel confident enough to, during the week, go ahead and learn some stations and learn how to do it all. Thanks, Howie, for the follow. I appreciate it, man. We will do this again next Sunday.
Yeah.
Same time, Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm just going to throw this out there, guys. If you get this game or you have this game and you want to join the crew, shoot me a DM in Twitch. Yep. Thank you very much, Dan. And we'll see about getting you in the crew and getting you over to the Mahula family. We prefer streamers, but it doesn't. You don't necessarily have to be a streamer. But it's really nice where we can say if we had a crew of 5 people and they're all streaming, people could go watch all 5 streams and see different perspectives of what people are doing. I think that would be really cool for the people that are watching. But I mean, for right now, guys.
He found Captain Winky!
What is our next potential play date?
So next Sunday. Sunday's our easiest days. Yeah.
I can keep the same time on Sunday. That's perfect.
Yep, perfect. So
Yeah, it's perfect for me too. 1 p.m. Eastern time,
Yeah.
Sunday.
So we set it
I'll
at
keep it
Eastern,
free.
so that way everybody can just calculate from there. But
Yep, it's 10 a.m. for me. So
yeah,
Yeah,
Perfect.
me too. 10 a.m. too.
yep.
nice.
So
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
all right. Thanks, Titan, for coming, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Will do. I'll set it aside.
All right. So that was a lot of fun, guys. Let's see who we can raid. Let's see if there's anybody out there actually streaming that are friends of ours. Titan's getting off. Middle-aged Gamer's a nice guy. He usually does a lot of baseball and simulated soccer stuff. So let's go ahead and raid Middle-aged Gamer. Titan's getting ready to get off. He was playing Wolfpack, so let's do this. Let's raid Middle-aged Gamer. Guys, let him know that you came over from the Mahula family and from my stream. And if you like him, go ahead and hit him a follow up. He's kind of a starting out streamer, but like I said, he does a lot of simulated baseball, soccer, hockey, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see you next time. Thanks everybody for joining us. I'm Captain Adonis, and I am out.